Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the E44 podcast. Now I got myself Hector, also known as CN6. With me, I got Hav.
What up?
And tonight we're going to be reviewing the final episode of Secret Invasion, episode 6. And but before we get into it, guys, I'd like to remind you guys that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, Google, SoundCloud, and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at E44 Podcast. Or go to HeroVisionPodcast.com. You're going to see all of our links through there. Make sure you follow our second YouTube channel called E44 Clips. That's where we'll upload all of our clips. Or if you don't have enough time to listen to the whole podcast, we'll post all the highlights there. Also, make sure you follow our main page called E44. Stay up to date with any geek news in films, TV, and video games. The socials are at E44 or go to HeroVision.com to find all of our socials. And all the links will be down in the description. Let's get into it, man. Secret Invasion, bro. Episode 6.
Bro. It's finally over. Six weeks.
It's over, bro.
6 episodes. That's crazy.
I guess let's just, let's talk about the elephant in the room, bro.
There's a bunch. So which one do you want to talk about first?
I was going to say that it's the worst rated MCU episode ever.
I saw that.
We just checked right now. It was at 14, but we just checked right now. It's at what?
It was at 8% with 12 reviews, though.
Oh, shit.
Like, just 12 people reviewed it.
Yeah, you're right.
So, like, it's really, like, kind of like, how good how reliable is the score, I should say.
No, that's true, but, like, even, I'm pretty sure you saw around, like, even on social media, people are not really fucking with it. They're like, whoa, what the fuck's going on?
I've seen a lot of people with mixed feelings about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people are just very 50-50 on it, on the last episode or whatever.
Yeah.
For me personally, bro, okay, so I saw this episode, and I'm going to be real, there were a lot of things in this episode that I really liked. Mm-hmm. And there were some things that I was kind of like, that I'm kind of iffy about. But there was a lot of good stuff still in this episode. There were just some things that I'm just kind of counters the good, in my opinion.
Okay.
And there's a lot of things that I got to say, but, like, eventually we'll get there.
So, yeah, that's one, right? I guess the other elephant.
No, that was, okay, I think I know what you're going to say. The second elephant in the room
is that this is the shortest episode out of all the episodes.
Yeah.
Running at what, like about 30 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. It says 37 minutes on Disney Plus. Yeah, but for anyone who knows, every Disney Plus show has like 5-6 minutes worth of credits because it's like the regular credits plus they also credit all the voice actors that dub the shows in all the fucking languages provided.
Yeah.
They have Spain Spanish and Latin America Spanish.
Goddamn.
So, like, it's, like, different accents of Spanish. But,
they have
like,
a bunch.
So, technically, it runs about just over 30 minutes.
Even the intro? Like, the intro?
Yeah, if you want to cut down the intro, then it's, like,
it was like another minute. Yeah.
Like 30 minutes, bro.
Like, what the fuck, man? We said this in the last pod with the Secret Invasion that, like,
that this episode had to be, like,
yeah, bro.
Like, long in order to cover
yeah,
the
bro.
bases.
We were hyped as fuck. Yo, man, this better be long, man. We got to see what the fuck going on.
Yeah, because it's the shortest. It's like, because like, I'll remember we were like, hey man, I just feel like they have a lot of bases to cover for one more episode.
They give a fuck, bro.
They better be long enough. It's the shortest. But here's the thing though. Let's be real though. It's not even a Secret Invasion thing. It's all these Disney Plus shows, bro. Even the Star Wars ones sometimes. The last episode is the shortest, and you're just like, what is this shit with?
That's weird.
With like having the last episode be the shortest. I don't get it. And like, I don't know, this might be a little off topic, but I kind of reminisce back to where I used to watch The Walking Dead on TV. When I would catch up with The Walking Dead back when I was actually invested in the show, when Rick was still around. And I remember that the last episode of the season, with commercials obviously in between, it would last an hour and a half long. If you were to watch it like on Netflix where there's no commercials, it's just the consistent episode.
Probably like an hour, 10?
Hour 10 or hour 12. And I kind of think back to like when the season finale was the longest episode because it was like...
Yeah, it's the finale.
It's the finale. You just want to like finish it off type of thing, I guess. That when we moved over to Disney Plus and we were promised all these Marvel and Star Wars shows, like something about making the last episode the shortest was something that became a consistency. The one that I can think of on the top of my head that I remembered was WandaVision. And WandaVision, I believe... I don't want to get this wrong. I don't want to get this wrong. I believe WandaVision was the first major Disney Plus show to like make it onto Disney Plus. Because like I think it was WandaVision first, and then Mandalorian and all these other shows came out after. But WandaVision, I think, was the first. And I remember watching WandaVision week to week, every single week for the new episode. And when I got to the last episode, and it was the shortest, I'm like, okay, interesting. I wonder how they're going to fit 20-something minutes into a story, into, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, I mean, I can probably look it up as a refresher, but I think...
And, like, I never really realized, bro, like, is it every MCU... Well, so, obviously, I haven't watched the Star Wars or whatever, but, like...
Right.
For, like, MCU...
That's what I'm
like,
about to look.
Are all the episodes shorter?
That's what I'm about... That's,
okay.
That's what I'm about to look at, because I want to just refresh my memory.
Yeah.
So, Falcon and Winter Soldier, the last episode is not the shortest.
Oh, it's not?
So
Okay.
Falcon and Winter Soldier, it was actually Falcon and Winter Soldier
Fire, by the way.
is fire, but also 51 minutes long, the finale.
51 minutes?
51 minutes. That feels like reasonable. Like that
Yeah.
feels like, you know, like how it should be. A
'Cause
finale should be
usually-
that long.
Because usually there'll be like 45 minutes, 40 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, so Loki was 47 minutes. Nope, not the shortest. What If?
So I guess we
Then
might be
again,
wrong.
What If was like half-hour episodes. What If was usual time. Hawkeye was
I forgot
an hour.
about
Dude, Hawkeye was an hour and 2 minutes.
Oh, shit.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. Like, the finale should be the longest. Moon Knight had a shorter last episode.
Fuck.
Moon Knight had the shortest. I think even Miss Marvel, if I believe. Oh, no. Miss Marvel was slightly longer.
Okay. What about
So-
She-Hulk?
She-Hulk is right here. She-Hulk. We got 37, 30, 34, 36, 30. No.
Not the shortest?
No. So,
Huh.
it's not all of the shows. It's a few of them. So
Okay.
far, it was Secret Invasion, Moon Knight, and WandaVision.
Yeah.
So, WandaVision it was 30, 38. Oh, shit. I tweaked.
What?
My fault. No, the last episode of WandaVision was nearly an hour.
Oh, damn.
What the fuck?
Okay.
No, but that's crazy. I did not think it would be that. I could have sworn it was shorter when it first came out on Disney Plus.
Damn.
All right, well, I was wrong about that. But I think it was. But yeah, I think my thing was like, for it being the shortest episode, I was just kind of like, could they fit all that in one story? Like, how are they going to cover their bases? I tried giving it a chance because the last show we watched, where the last episode was the shortest, was The Last of Us. And we felt that even though it was the shortest episode, they were still able to cover the finale perfectly. Like, they were able to cover all their bases and show what we wanted to see and cover all the story, like the character development, wrapping it up. So I wanted to give it a chance.
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of stuff that I liked in this episode. But there were also some other things where I'm just kind of like,
Yeah,
that
man.
I'm kind of off about.
Yeah, man. Yeah, same here. And I hope, and I don't know if it's gonna be if it's the same things that we like, I guess disagree on or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess we can. I was gonna mention something, bro, like right off the bat, but fuck, I forgot. Hopefully it'll come to me. But yeah, guys. So the shortest episode, the least rated, whatever, and I guess I would like to say, bro, is I really like the beginning of the show. So I forgot it's a finale, so we could rate the whole thing overall at this episode and then overall, right? I like the beginning of the show. I was all right, cool. Let's see where it's going. But I think this last finale, it kind of just was underwhelming, and it just like left me wanting like more.
So
You know what I mean?
So
What do you think? Yeah.
With that, I agree, and I think I know what the reason is. It would just require me to talk about something that happens deeper into the episode. If you mind if I jump ahead?
Let's see. Do you just want to like break this down really quickly? Because I don't think it's a lot. I mean,
we can break it down. But I think I know why you felt underwhelmed. I have a couple of reasons as to why, but I would have to like jump ahead. So I don't know if you want to like wait till we get there, or if you want me to just say it now.
is it like in the middle of the episode or
It's
deep?
it's like the somewhere we're on the halfway point.
Yeah, fuck it, bro. Let's just talk about it.
Let's just talk about it?
Yeah, let's just talk about it
So I
because
feel
we
like-
could always go back.
I feel like because I can understand that, and in a sense, I think I also felt underwhelmed by this episode, and I think the reason is because we watch 5 episodes of this build-up only to see the final boss fight that happens be hella short.
Yeah, Yeah, man. I'm gonna be honest.
The fight scene.
I didn't give a fuck, bro. I'm
Like,
gonna be honest with you.
you
Bro. No, man, I didn't care, bro. Like, sure, it was cool, and like our theories was like correct. I guess, yeah, we'll just talk about it, right? Where about the whole Super Scrolls thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, sure, we're like right about that. Oh shit, bro, the Super Scrolls or whatever. But like, you were right. It was short. Not only that, I didn't really like the CGI. Like this, it kind of looked wonky a bit to me. I'm like, what the fuck, all right? And yeah, it was just short, and it was like, all right, cool. Like we didn't need. I mean, I guess that's that's the end of Gravik.
But like,
right? Like
the fight just felt like it didn't even last that long, dude.
No, it didn't.
And I think what hurt the fight scene,
yeah,
the final boss fight, was that it kept jumping back and forth between two different scenes. We would get the fight scene, then we'd jump back to the hospital with Rhodey and the president, and then we would just jump back and forth, which I don't have a problem with. I guess editing wise, like you can always make that work, but the fight itself, just like I don't know, bro. At one point, when they changed their arm to Drax's arm and they flex, I'm like, what the?
I mean, okay, so I guess
look
like,
at his strength. It's like, what the?
No, yeah, I definitely feel that. I mean, okay, I guess we could kind of break it down, like, quickly or whatever. This episode opens up with Priscilla coming back to her house where like she just killed those motherfuckers or whatever. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And then she gets a phone call from Fury. Fury's basically saying like, "Yo, this is a goodbye" or whatever. Like he's trying to say his goodbyes and stuff. He then so this is so after that, right? After he says his goodbyes or whatever, that talks to Priscilla on the phone, we see him enter the the scroll compound. Remember he like jukes him out with the car or whatever, and he's like, okay, he's basically meeting up with Gravik.
Yes.
Right. He's meeting up with Gravik, and while that's happening, Rhodey is still trying to convince the president that it's the Russians. Yeah.
To go nuke the Skrulls.
Exactly. We gotta nuke new Skrulls, bro. It's the Russians, man. Blah blah blah. He's still trying to convince them and everything. And during that whole thing, like I said, it's gonna be pretty quickly. During that whole like hospital scene, Rhodey gets like a call from who was it again? It was just like I'm trying to remember her name. Because he gets a call from like I think it was Sonya, that Russian girl. Remember that? And like impersonating someone, I think, saying like, "Hey, Nick Fury's here in the building or whatever. Like he's dangerous and stuff." And then then Rhodey's like, "What the fuck? That's weird. What? Like, man, it's just Nick Fury, man. We got it." Mm. And then we see people starting to like collapse and stuff because they're getting hit with tranquilizers. We're like, "Yo, what the fuck's going on?" Mm-hmm. Now they're trying to lock down the president, keep the president safe. That typical stuff. Yeah. Pushing him around the shit, like whatever. And all this is happening while Nick Fury is still in the compound, looking for Gravik and stuff, trying to meet up with him, and I guess I'm trying to remember if I missed anything. So no, I guess now we're at the scene where Nick Fury is like coughing and shit. Remember that? Yeah. He's like coughing. He's like coughing and shit. We're like, yo, what the fuck's going on with this man? And he finally meets up with Gravik in this building, in the middle of like this machine or some shit. And then we see Nick Fury coughing. He's like trying to like take these pills, but he actually like he drops them on accident. Mm-hmm. Gravik is like, you don't need no. He said, you a bitch or like some shit, talking shit. Yeah. Crushes the pills. Yeah, and stuff.
I know. He'll fucking hoe for that.
Yeah, right. And so Nick Fury's like, damn, you a bitch. And like Nick Fury is like just weak as fuck. And then me, when I was watching during this, bro, I'm like, so like the last episode, he's like, let's finish this. He puts on his like coat or whatever, his eye patch. He's badass, but he's out here coughing and shit.
Yeah,
like
a bitch.
He's out here coughing and shit. He's right there like dying and shit. Like what the fuck is going on?
I was so confused. I was mad confused because I was like, what the fuck is his issue? Like what's
what's going on?
Where did this come from?
Yeah,
I'm trying to think back. Did he get shot or like?
Yeah, I'm trying to think so too.
Out?
I'm like, what the?
And
fuck?
I'm like, I was confused that.
Yeah.
Whole time.
So and then fucking Gravik, he's just basically talking to him like, hey, like what the fuck, You don't care. You're selfish. You're this and that. Mm. And we also learned that the person that Gravik like portrays as a Skrull is Gravik's first victim that he murdered,
that he killed
under Nick Fury's
orders.
Yeah, and he explaining how that person that he's impersonating or whatever had a kid and a daughter and like had a family and stuff. And yeah, man, like that whole scene, I was like, damn, bro. Like,
okay, so I'm glad we're here because I did want to say that I forget the actor's name, but the guy that plays Gravik in the show, he absolutely killed that scene.
Oh yeah, bro.
His acting was like fantastic. That scene where he's just yelling and going off on Fury and just telling him about all this shit, like, on point, dude.
Yeah, dude.
I think this was the episode where he shined the most. That scene right there. And for me personally, it makes me look forward to seeing more of the actor because I know he's in the Barbie movie. I don't know if you know that, but he plays
I had no idea.
Ken. He plays Ken in that movie. And then obviously later this year we're getting the Bob Marley biopic, and he's playing Bob Marley in that movie.
Oh yes, that actually looks pretty cool.
And I'm interested to go see the Bob Marley movie. And this was the scene where I felt like really showed off his acting skills when he was just going off on Fury and all this shit. How he was like, you pimped us. You didn't give a fuck about us. You had us do your little orders, and then when you were it's like, and then when you didn't need us anymore, you just threw us away. Blah blah blah. I like just some of the lines, some of the dialogue that he says in that scene. I felt like really hit. I really liked.
You could feel like the hurt.
Yeah, I really liked the. I mean, he says a bunch of really cool shit, but one that sticks out for some reason for me is when he's like, first, I'm gonna kill you, and then I'm gonna take a flamethrower to humanity.
Oh yeah,
I like that line, and also when he grabs Nick Fury by the face and he's like, "You fucking look at me."
Look at me, because Nick Fury's
like,
not looking at him,
and he's like, "Everything's your fault. The wildfires, the tsunamis, and the blah blah blah, and this and that. It's all because of you." And he just throws
like the extinction of humanity is because of you.
You spent your whole life protecting will be gone, and I was just like, dude, this guy is going off.
Yeah, bro.
Like, I was just like, holy shit! Like this scene, I just really liked that scene, man. I felt like the actor did a very good job. Yeah. In that scene, man.
No,
and
yeah,
that's eventually when he ends up turning on the machine.
Well, no, because here's we left that apart, Hav, because Nick Fury before that like machine turns on, where we learn, okay, what's the purpose? Okay, is he? Because remember, like, is he actually gonna give the harvest to Gravik? And he does. He just says, "Listen, man, just take this shit, be whatever you want, and go." Go to another planet and said. Fuck with them, but just leave Earth alone. And at this point, bro, I'm like, what? You're just gonna hand them the harvest and tell them to fuck off? Like, how do you know he will do that?
Yeah, it's facts.
You know what I mean? That's where I'm like, yo, what the fuck's going on, Nick Fury? What's like? And he willingly gives it to him. And at this point, I'm like, what's going on, bro? Like, is this fake? I was thinking like, it's probably fake. It's gotta be. I'm like, okay, this is probably fake because, like, he literally just told you he's gonna eradicate your bitch ass and humanity. But he's like, nah, man, just listen, man, take all the powers, go eradicate somebody else. Just leave us alone, please.
Why, Fury? Because I'm not gonna let you do me like that.
For real, I ain't no bitch. As he's coughing and shit, I ain't no bitch. I ain't going out like a bitch, man. I'm gonna stay here 10 toes, man. All right, you're gonna have to go out there and eradicate some other planet. I don't give a fuck. You know who I am? I'm Nick Fury.
Even when I'm out,
I'm in. I forgot about that shit with Rhodey. He's like dying and shit. Even when I'm out, I'm in. I'm always in. That's funny as fuck, bro. And that's Superman out of nowhere. It's been a while. Like, what the fuck? He's like, Nick Fury's like, what the fuck?
Who are you?
Yeah, it's been a while since the world's been this nervous.
Gravik's like, I'm gonna eradicate your peer. My shit's already been eradicated,
for real.
Bitch. What the fuck's he talking about? Krypton been gone.
Oh my god, it's so fucking funny. So yeah, he ends up giving the harvest into, like, that's the deal, right? It's like, okay, you want the harvest, cool, take that. And oh, by the way, if we forgot to mention that, Gravik is essentially alone. Remember he killed his people.
Oh yeah,
remember he just killed his people. From the last episode, I think it was the last episode, wasn't it? Yeah, he killed all his people. So, like, Gravik is alone. So I'm like, all right. So, like, what the fuck are you gonna? Alone as in, like, his rebellion. Obviously, there's still scrolls or whatever. He's like, listen, man, take the harvest, go find another planet, and save your people or whatever. And also that scene, like before we move on with the machine and everything, the scene when they're talking and stuff, I could kind of see why Gravik was like upset, because like Nick Fury like did promise him that like that this would be their home and everything, and he just broke that promise. You know what I mean? He lied to him, and he made Gravik kill people for like whatever reason. He's like, what the fuck? Like I did all of this for you. I killed this person that had a wife and family under your orders, right? I do all this stupid shit that's affecting me as like, you know, a scroll, I was say a person or whatever. But yeah, as like as a person or whatever. And yet, like, I'm doing this for what? For nothing. You know what I mean? So yeah, so like I really did feel like it got to the point where I was like, damn, you know what, bro?
Like, you kind of empathize.
Like, yeah, it's like, Gravik, man, you right, man. I'm gonna let you do me like that. You know what, man? Fuck it, man. You right.
Got my ass right there.
Yeah, you right. You right. Eradicate
Check
everybody.
me.
Hey, eradicate everybody. I'm the last one though. I'm last man standing. So yeah, so like what Jav was saying, Jav, you want to take it away? So now he finally gets the vibe.
Well, before we move on, I do want to say is that I'm glad you mentioned that, because how you were saying how like you kind of like empathize with Gravik and how you kind of felt the words when he was saying that. I guess one of the issues that I have is that this show not extending their episodes to be long enough, especially the fucking last episode. A part of me would have wished that either this show needs longer episodes or needed more episodes, because a part of me wished that I would have seen more flashbacks to Nick Fury leading these young Skrull soldiers to do his dirty work for S.H.I.E.L.D. and all this bullshit, like Gravik talks about so much. Yeah. I felt like if we even caught because we've seen flashbacks and we've seen glimpses of a young Gravik meeting Nick Fury for the first time, how Nick Fury was talking to the Skrulls and promising the new home. Yeah. And then that's it. That's all we see. The next flashback we see takes place a little further, and it's Priscilla, the Skrull, in her human form, and Nick Fury was like, "Oh, I'm meeting someone." She's like, "I'm right here." And it's like, Vara? It's like, or Priscilla? Like, what the fuck? And then the next flashback we see is hella years later, when it's 2012. Yeah. In Paris, I think it was, when the Avengers happened, and like it was on the newspaper. So part of me appreciates the flashbacks because you're starting to kind of build the story and whatever, but a part of me would have liked to have seen more regarding the actual missions. Like, at least have us show us what kind of things Nick Fury made the Skrulls do for what missions and for all that shit and stuff like that. Yeah, I think it would have been cool if we had like at least one flashback, at least one that showed young Gravik killing that man and how like he ended up taking,
like that mission specifically.
Exactly. That way, when in the finale when he says, "Do you not recognize his face?" like we feel it more. I feel like. Yeah. Because to me, bro, like, as much as, like, and I'm with you. I empathize with Gravik, and I understand his frustration. I mean, I really like villains that have good motives, not just for the sake of taking over the world, but more so, like, they have reasons
or like, or the generic, you took shit from me.
You took everything from me.
Like, what? Don't worry about it. You just know you took it.
All of it.
All of it. You took everything, now I'm going to take you. No, or, like, take shit from you. Who are you?
Give me your money.
Who are you? You don't remember me? Mrs. Johnson's class, 2nd grade. Like, awesome. You know what I'm talking about? Like, someone from the past, like...
You gave me a triple wedgie.
Yeah, type shit. And I ain't letting that slide. Like, you know what that reminds me of, actually, that we're talking about that? It reminds me from The Incredibles.
I knew you were going to say that.
Did you?
With the kid?
With the kid?
Yeah. I knew you were gonna say that shit.
Did you actually? No way.
Because like as soon as we're making the connections, I'm like, this reminds me of The
Incredibles. Yes, Syndrome.
I was your biggest fan.
And like he has like a whole picture frame of it,
and he just knocks it out.
Yeah, dude,
that was Gravik, bro.
Yeah, bro.
He was like, "Fuck Nick Fury,
for real.
He's not my savior. He's a bitch ass motherfucker."
Yeah, but
I know, dude. I think this show would have benefited more showing us more flashbacks instead of like the things, because there's a lot of talking, there's a lot of telling you, there's a lot of dialogue telling you what happened. But I'm super big on show don't tell. I would have liked to have seen a flashback of Nick Fury being like, you know, I don't know, he's not quite the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. yet because it's years ago, but like maybe he's something, and he's sending the scrolls like, okay, now impersonate so-and-so and go do this. Your mission is to eradicate that motherfucker who we know is Gravik's human form or something. Because the only interaction that we see with Nick Fury and the scrolls is when they all come to Earth and he's talking to them and he's like, I'm going to promise you guys a world and blah, blah, blah. And that's it.
Yep.
We don't see anything else. Like I said, the next flashback we see is him meeting Priscilla at the diner. And the next one is when the Avengers, right? When the newspaper, late fragment, right? The Beloved on This Earth poem. So thinking back, I'm like, God damn, that's like the only flashback we had. Because they even used the CGI shit to de-age Nick Fury to make him look younger. And he had hair and all that shit. Because it was the mid-90s. So that was like the only flashback I believe that we ever got. And I feel like if we would have seen more flashback for characters like Gaia, characters like Talos, characters like Gravik, the finale I felt like maybe could have hit harder. And I think that's another reason as to why the episode felt underwhelming.
Yeah.
Because so much happened. And there's like I said, there's just a lot of talking, a lot of telling of how you made me do this. But it would have hit harder if we saw it.
Yeah.
If we visually like saw it type shit.
You're right.
You know what I mean? It's like if you watch Civil War and there was a lot of talking about how you find out that Bucky was the one that killed Tony's parents. And like in the movie, if you remember, Zemo shows Tony Stark the security footage of Bucky crashing their car and murdering them. But can you imagine if the movie didn't show that? If it was Zemo telling Tony?
Yeah.
And Tony being like, what? But like
you wouldn't care as much.
We would be like, oh wow, that's fucked. But like, let's be real, it hit more when the movie showed us Bucky like in Hydra brainwashed mode killing Howard Stark with his metal arm. Remember, he punches him in the face and hard as fuck with that metal arm, and with his human arm puts his hand around Tony's mom and chokes her to death. Seeing it happen hit different, and you're like, fuck bro, like that's tough. And Tony saw it and like, I get it. Here it's a lot of talking of, you did us dirty, Nick Fury, you just pimped us out and you just had us for your missions. And then when you were, I would have liked to, okay, there's another one, not only show us a flashback of Fury sending the scrolls on their missions, but the part where he was like, you used us for your missions, and when you didn't need us anymore, you threw us away. I would like to have seen a flashback where Gravik felt like Nick Fury told them to fuck off because I don't need you no more.
Like as he's like saying that.
Sure.
Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, or like what they could have done is like, because I've seen shows do this before, is like have the episode start with the flashback, and it's like young Gravik seeing Nick Fury being like, I don't give a fuck about a scroll. I don't know. He perceives it, and then it's like him realizing like, damn, like we did all this bullshit
like
for
that
him.
Full scene.
Like that we did all this shit for him, all these missions, all the people I've killed. We did all this stuff, and now he's like going to give us a home. He didn't keep his promise, and it does that thing where the camera zooms in on his face and he looks all mad, and then cuts to present time and it's current Gravik, and we're like, oh shit, now I get it. Like, now I get it. But you see, the flashbacks serves a purpose in telling Gravik's story and showing us his motive. Because all we've ever seen, or not seen, all we've heard is him telling us what Nick Fury did to them. And I felt like maybe if we had seen the flashbacks of what they were talking about, we would relate more with Gravik's cause. We would understand his motives, and we would even understand the rebellion. His old rebel team that he was leading and shit in New Scrollos. So,
or maybe like a flashback of like how he was able to become a leader that many people like fucked with and like supported him.
That would have been cool to see.
Like him
why,
assembling it.
Exactly. Like, why did they choose Gravik to be the one to lead? Because I mean, and that's another thing is that we find out in the show. This is fairly early on. I think it was like episode 2, where the Skrulls abandoned Talos as their leader.
Yep.
And Talos just wasn't
like,
their
why?
leader anymore. But they decided to follow Gravik. I would have liked to have seen why that happened. When did that happen? I would have liked to have seen a scene and shit like that. And I think another part that kind of sucks is that Talos confirmed being dead. I thought they were going to fake his death out. But
bro, ain't that crazy?
But like him actually being dead, he never got like that redemption of being the Skrulls' leader again.
Yeah.
So now the Skrull is left. The Skrulls are now left with no leader unless they make Gaia the leader.
Right, but I have my other.
But a part of me
predictions.
would have liked to have seen like a redemption story arc with Talos where he regains control. Instead, they kill him. I get it for shock factor, and you need deaths in the MCU. You can't show that everyone's invincible. I get it, but I feel like now with the show being ended, I feel like now 6 episodes in, it's not just Maria Hill, but now I feel like 3 characters in total is. I felt like I seen their deaths, and it doesn't feel earned. First, it was Maria Hill. Now that the show is over, I kind of feel that way with Talos.
Yeah.
Because I kind of was more invested in Talos' story than I was Nick Fury's. I don't know if that's a hot take or not, but I was interested in the sense that his people abandoned him.
Oh yeah. I
And
can see
left
that.
him to be a leader. And he was like, I had no choice. But like, he even had tension with Nick Fury being like, I listened to you. I followed you. And when when you abandoned us or whatever the fuck, the Skrulls looked at me like, bro, what the fuck? You said he was cool. I thought he was. Well, no,
Yeah.
he's not. Fuck you. We're not gonna follow you no more. And he loses his people.
Right.
I would have liked to have seen a story arc where he like didn't die and instead regained leadership for the Skrulls and became the leader once more.
Mm-hmm.
And even maybe take the Skrulls to another planet that they can call their own.
Yeah.
Because this show ends with the Skrulls still walking amongst us, which I thought was a bold move. And I don't know, maybe that's going to play a factor later in the MCU. Maybe like Secret Wars or something like that, maybe. King Dynasty. But a part of me was like, damn, so that's all we got from Talos. And it sucks because I wanted to see more of him because I feel like you barely
man.
saw him. We
Yeah.
only see him in Captain Marvel. That was his first introduction to the MCU. Then we saw him in a post-credit scene for Far From Home in Spider-Man when we find out that Nick Fury was actually Talos the whole time, which I was like, okay, weird. And then we see him again here, and he dies. So I feel like another problem that I feel like the MCU has faced forever, they've been facing this problem for a long-ass time, is how they managed to cast fire-ass actors to play people to just kill them off in that same movie. Christian Bale, right? Gore. Mads Mikkelsen, he played the villain in the first Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah.
Gravik, the actor who plays him.
Gravik was cool. Not gonna lie.
Anthony Hopkins played Odin, and like he died in like the most lamest way in Ragnarok. Motherfucker just turns into dust even before Thanos came through. What the fuck? Like, the MCU just has a habit of casting fire-ass actors,
Yeah.
but, like, they don't keep them around. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I
like,
know
I
what
would
you mean.
like a world where, like, Tom Cruise was in the MCU for, like, 10 years. What's the point of what's the point of introducing them and then just killing them off? And it's like, man, I would have liked to have seen him in the future, but
Little
what
bit
I
more.
guess. So, for me, it was just like, damn, really? Like, that's all we got from Ben Mendelsohn in the MCU?
Mm-hmm.
Shitty ass Captain Marvel and this, that's it. Like, and then for him to die, I'm just kind of like underwhelmed. And another death that I felt kind of underwhelmed was Gravik's, because
Yeah, man.
as much as I did enjoy him as a villain and I understood his motives, like you said, I feel like not seeing any flashbacks regarding to the missions he did for Fury and regarding to the stuff that he said that, you know, you pimped us out and blah blah blah. I can't really empathize with him like that type shit, I guess. But here's the thing. I mean, this is where I'm conflicted. This is how my brain works. It's fucked up, bro. I hate my mind sometimes because it thinks in like 1,000 different. It thinks like 1,000 different things at once. This is what breaks my brain, dude. Like this is what like I just can't. Is that one can make the argument? Well, Thanos never showed us like flashbacks to him and his past and how his planet Titan fell, and
That's
we
true.
still empathized with him. So a part of me wants to say it could work. You don't have to show us the flashbacks. It could work. Infinity War pulled it off. So why didn't it work here? And this is where I'm like, I don't know. I feel like this is where like Oppenheimer high IQ motherfuckers need to come in or something, because I guess my brain is not advanced enough to tell the difference. Why is it that I can watch Infinity War and Thanos does a lot of talking about my home Earth was destroyed from overpopulation. That's why I want to snap half the universe so that we could thrive. And I believe it. But when I hear Gravik talk about how I'm doing what I'm doing because you'd made us do this, this, and that, and I don't see the flashbacks, I don't buy it. I buy it, but like I don't connect with him as much. And so this is where like this is what sometimes stumps me
Yeah.
Because like I try to think deep and try to think in depth about the layers that any movie and show that I watch. I try to think in depth. So when things don't add up, I'm like, it's like Oppenheimer. It's like I'm not a high IQ for this or something. So I often think to myself, Thanos didn't have any flashbacks, and yet I can connect with him more and understand. And with Gravik, same thing, but I don't connect with him as much. And at the end of the episode, when he fucking gets killed, it doesn't feel earned, and I'm just kind of like, okay, well, I guess that was Gravik.
Could it be that the reason why maybe you felt that way with Thanos was because Thanos is like, sure, his motives were like evil, but in a way they were kind of humane. And I guess let me kind of explain. So like with here, right, Gravik is like pure like rage mode, right? He just didn't give a fuck. He wants to kill everybody, right, on the planet. And I guess with Thanos, he says that like there needs to be balance.
Yeah.
Eradicate 50%. And like it's just random. He doesn't pick and choose who and whatever. It's just random, 50%. That's it. So I think maybe it's because like Thanos wasn't really like in a fit of rage like Gravik. He was more of there was no God to protect my world. So I gotta act like God, and I gotta make those decisions. What's best for this universe, you know. I gotta. So I guess he's playing God in a sense, and what he thinks what he's doing is right in his mind, and he's not like in a fit of rage, but more so of like, I don't want this to happen again. I need to restore this shit, whatever. I need to create balance, and then that's like I guess his motive. I don't know. That's just what I've like came up with. I don't know. Maybe could it just be like the motives, maybe, or like just the I don't know, man. That's pretty much what I got. Man. I don't know. That's how I thought about it.
Yeah, that's what I mean though. Is like sometimes I wonder to myself like, why is it that I can buy that but not this? And sometimes I don't have the answer, so I'm just kind of like, I just don't. And I know that if I have a conversation with someone, or if I'm doing a podcast, and like I'm expected to explain and I can't, that's kind of where I get stumped. I'm just like, fuck, I just don't know how to put it into like words as to why I can't buy one, but I can buy the other.
I mean, like I said earlier in the podcast, bro. Me personally, I was empathizing, yeah, with Gravik.
Yeah.
Just like, let alone like his acting. I think I think that's what did it for me.
No, of course.
You know, like I think his acting is what really elevated, and like made me realize, oh shit, like his frustration, and also him bringing up that you don't know this guy, you don't recognize this guy. And then he was explaining of who he was impersonating, all these different things, and the whole scene where he grabs Nick Fury's face, like, look at me, like because Nick Fury at that time couldn't look at him. He's like, fucking look at me when I'm talking to you, like I'm serious or whatever. I think that his performance, I think, is what helped me to like really empathize with him, even regardless of not having like those flashbacks.
Flashbacks.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But would it help if there were those flashbacks? I mean, yes, of course, right? But I don't know. That's just, I guess, me personally. I mean, guys, let us know in the comments, guys. What do you guys think? You know, did you feel like that with Gravik?
Do you guys think we should have seen those flashbacks?
Yeah,
or maybe would have established.
Or like another question also, like, did you empathize with Gravik in that scene, or did you not? You know, because Javi's saying not really. I'm saying I kind of did. Like, I more than have, for sure.
Like, for me, I did empathize with him.
Oh, okay.
It's just that I didn't empathize with... Like, I feel like I would have more.
Oh, yeah.
If I had seen the scenes, then I'd be like, okay. Yeah, like, I get it. Because, like...
Oh, for sure.
I saw the flashback. And, like, you know, all that bullshit you did. Like, wouldn't it have been cool if we saw a scene of a young Gravik, like, he had to kill that person?
No, yeah.
His first victim. And maybe he, like...
That fucked him up.
His hand is shaking. He's got... Like, let's say he shot him with a gun. He points the gun at him. His hand shaking, maybe he like a tears coming out, like because he can't do it. Maybe the guy's like, please don't do it, like pleading for his life. Maybe he has an earpiece, and Nick Fury's like, do it, and he doesn't want to, but he can't help it, and just shoots him. Like, had I seen a scene like that,
and then listen, hear me out. Ready? After that scene, the person dies or whatever. Now check his coat pocket. Should be there, like some package or some shit. He's like looking for it, like he's all shaking and stuff.
Yeah.
He and then he like finds his wallet. He opens the wallet and then he sees the picture of the family. And he's like,
yeah, and that's what makes sense on how he brought up the family.
yeah. Bro, I'm going on writer's strike right now. I'm going on writer's strike and actor's strike, man. Fuck it.
Yeah.
And it'd be a fake strike. Fuck it. Fuck it, man.
But you see how we like just kind of came up with a flashback on the top of our heads just now?
Yeah.
If we had seen something like that in the show, I feel like his words and his performance in that scene with Nick Fury would have hit home.
Yeah, bro.
Even more, because you'd be like, yeah, like I get it, bro. Because I
Yeah.
saw your story, I saw your flashbacks, and I completely understand.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe that's kind of where I felt like this show lacked on. And a big fucking problem that this show had is that they did not include these flashbacks because these fucking episode runtimes weren't long enough, especially the finale.
And they could have done it, dude. Just they could have done like what we're saying if they just made the episodes just a bit longer.
Or if you want to
You
be,
know?
or you know what, it's fine. Keep the episodes the same length, but do She-Hulk. Do 9 episodes. Or WandaVision, 9 episodes. Give us more
that's true.
episodes to give yourself more runtime
Yeah.
to tell a story.
I just want to say really quickly, bro. We're low key raw at like coming up with different scenarios like on the fly or something.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that? Like,
No,
like,
yes,
even, like
of
even,
course.
like even off the podcast, we would have like discussions like this.
Yes.
And we would come up with like better ways of like what could have they done better, and that's actually fire. And we explain it to like whether with you, like with your coworkers or like with my other friends or whatever. And they all say, "Yo, bro, that's fire. You right." Like kind of like we did that. Like yeah, like we did that with like The Last of Us. Remember like multiple types of storylines we came up with for The Last of Us.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's just one thing I know, man. I'm not trying to be cocky, man, but we're just good, man.
I know, man.
we should be writers, man.
Low key, man. I feel like we should be in the writers' room. Like I don't know.
Like not actually writing the script.
I was gonna say like I can't screenplay for shit.
No.
But like I feel like we would give raw ass ideas.
Yes.
If we were in the writers' room for Secret Invasion, we would be like, let's include flashbacks to Gravik's missions so that we could empathize with his shit more.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't know. Like I feel like
what is that? I wonder what that's called. Like what that position is called.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's just writers in a writer's room,
gotta
bro.
apply,
It's just,
bro.
What they do is like literally, and it's fucked. It's so weird, bro. The writers' rooms work weird because it's like a group of 10 people or more in one room with a big ass dry erase board, and they'll like jot ideas. They'll be like, okay, we like this, we don't like this as much. Let's try to, but will we have time to do it? Like they just kind of collaborate like that and shit like that. But I don't know, man. For me, I just felt like. It's just, I don't know, man. To me, I think, like, when it comes to a show, for me, it's all about runtime. I think more than importantly, like, I don't give a fuck if your show is 10 episodes long or 3 episodes long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, later this year, I think it's September, we're getting that John Wick spin-off TV show. It's a prequel.
Oh, okay.
It's The Continental. It's called The Continental.
okay.
It's about the hotel. It focuses on Ian McShane's character. Remember Winston? The old dude, the guy who manages the New York Continental.
R.I.P. The actor, right?
No, that was Lance Reddick, the
Oh,
black guy. Which he's in the show, younger though, different actor. But those characters, it's like prequel to John Wick from years ago. I think it takes place in the 80s, and that I heard is going to be 3 episodes long.
But didn't he play Winston though?
Who?
The guy that passed away.
No, he played.
Who did he
I
play
forgot
again?
his name, but
Who
he
was Winston again?
Winston was the manager of the hotel.
Oh, wait,
that old
really?
guy. Yes, remember Lance Reddick was the guy at the front table.
What was his name?
I forgot his name, but he was the one that like when like someone would walk in through the door and be like,
Yeah,
"Can I
yeah,
get a
yeah.
room key?" He'd be like, "Certainly, sir." Remember how he would talk like that? That
Yeah.
guy, him.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that dude.
Yeah, I remember this guy.
Okay,
Yeah,
so we're getting a John Wick Continental spin-off show. It's a prequel, and it stars him.
Winston Scott.
Yeah, it stars him, obviously with a different actor because he's de-aged. It's from like 30
Gotcha.
years ago. But you see, that show is first of all, it's airing on Peacock, and I don't have that, so it is what it is.
Hey, bro, they're getting. They put it on game. I saw the Super Mario Bro movies is going on there.
Yeah, man, I feel like I need to get Peacock. I feel like a lot of shit's going on there.
Hey, bro, they finally getting the funds.
I know, for real.
They're finally getting the money to do all this shit.
But like, okay, that Continental show was confirmed that it's going to be a 3-episode event.
Bro,
Go ahead. What's up?
I was gonna say this is off topic. Do you want to finish this point? It's completely like off topic. It's not even Secret Invasion. It's about like you mentioned Peacock, and they remind you like a streaming service, and then it's something about the streaming service.
Okay.
Like, but I don't know if you want to finish your point.
Well, I'll just say real quick that the Continental show that we're getting is going to be 3 episodes long, which seems short.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: if each episode was an hour and a half, then you have plenty of runtime to tell a story.
Yeah.
If you want to have a 10 episode show like Daredevil, but have each of those bitches be 50 minutes to an hour long, that's hella runtime.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I feel like a good TV show, fuck the episode count. Fuck how many episodes you got. I don't give a fuck. It's about runtime. Do you have enough runtime? When you take all those episodes, let's pretend they weren't episodes. Let's pretend we took all whatever amount of your episodes, let's just combine them into one big-ass movie.
Yeah.
How much of a movie would you have? Okay, well, my show is 10 episodes long. They're each an hour, so that's a 10-hour movie. Mm-hmm. That's plenty of runtime to tell a story in a season. Oh, like the Continental show, it's 3 episodes, and I'm making this up, but like each episode's an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. That's 4.5 hours. Mm-hmm. That's the supposed John Wick 4 extended cut of a movie.
Yeah.
That's plenty of runtime.
Yep.
So like for me, it's like, fuck the episode count. You need longer runtimes. And I felt like Secret Invasion, along with maybe a few other Disney Plus shows, both Star Wars and Marvel, could have benefited from this, from longer runtimes. Yeah. And it makes me think back to Netflix shows and how their runtimes are long, especially Netflix's Daredevil and Jessica Jones and Luke Cage and all those Marvel shows, because those episodes would run to 40 minutes to an hour each. Yeah, and man. Each show was 12 episodes long. Mm-hmm. You had more than enough runtime to tell a cohesive story from beginning to end. Yep. And I still profess Daredevil Season 3 is probably my favorite season of the Netflix Marvel shows. Mm-hmm. That season is fucking god tier. It's so good. But, like, for me, it's about runtime, man. And I feel like the MCU needs to come up with this switch up where... Because you know how they flip back and forth? Like, some shows, it's 9 episodes, like WandaVision, What If, and She-Hulk, but the runtimes are shorter. Yeah. And then other shows are 6 episodes where the runtimes are slightly longer. It's like, how about just either make them all 6 episodes or just make them all 10? None of this, like, back and forth bullshit. Yeah. But make all the episodes runtime at least an hour.
Yeah, that's true.
Not including credits.
That's true.
At least. Give me 55 minutes or longer. Each episode. I don't give a fuck if it's 10 episodes or 5 because you just need runtime. You need all the time you possibly can to tell a story, bro.
Do you think, like, I guess, like, I wouldn't blame the writers. Like, what if it's, or even the directors maybe, bro. What if it's fucking the higher ups that says, yeah, nah, man, like, keep it this short.
That's okay, you know but here's the thing, though.
Like, we don't know.
This ties back to the podcast we did a while back, The Current State of the MCU.
Oh, yeah.
And that podcast I brought up, because I was the one that led that podcast with all my talking points, and I brought up creative control. Mm-hmm. So if you remember, I'll refresh your memory, but one of the talking points that we mentioned in that podcast...
Stretch my mind.
Oh.
Back over there.
But one of the things that I mentioned was creative control. One of the questions I brought up was, do you think Kevin Feige gives their directors creative control? Mm-hmm. And my theory was that he picks and chooses who gets the most. Like, he'll give James Gunn hella creative control because his movies have been fire, and plus his team takes place in space. Continuity-wise, it has nothing to do with Earth. Yeah. But he gives this new director who's never worked on the MCU, so he doesn't have, like, the seniority. Yeah. He'll give him only a partial.
Like, the credibility.
Like, you can do some things, but make sure your movie includes the Illuminati. Make sure that you set up Ironheart. Make sure you set up a post-credit scene with Blade. Like... And at that point, now you're just doing too much. Now you're telling them what to include. And a director should have creative control to make whatever he feels like he wants, type shit. So this ties back to when we talked about that at that podcast, where it's like, oh, could it be the higher ups, bro? If it is, then it really is an issue that's fucking this shit up. And here's the thing: is like, a part of me was hoping that Bob Iger coming back as CEO of Disney would maybe be the answer to, like, tell the MCU to switch it up. And in a sense, he is, because he was the one that started slowing down projects. Yeah. Remember, we were expecting, like, 7 different things this year, and then obviously they stretched it back, and, like, now they're even, dude, there's so much as postponing Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars further so that they could space the projects out so it's not just overload every 2 months like the last, like Phase 4 was. So, cool, but I feel like we took a step in the right direction, but there's still potential.
Yep.
To hopefully get us in a much better direction. Like I just don't understand, bro. What's the appeal of making the episodes shorter? I don't get it.
We don't know, bro.
For me, I just want a good story, and if that means the episodes need to be longer, motherfucker, let them
be longer,
make
man.
episodes longer. I don't understand.
I like your idea more, where fuck the flip flop bullshit. Like fuck the flip flop bullshit, like Daredevil and She-Hulk, right? You're gonna laugh at that? All right.
Wait, what?
Wait, what I say? I said fuck the flip flop bullshit, like Daredevil and She-Hulk.
Oh, like Daredevil. Okay,
is that what we called it? Flip flop or like flippity flip or flippity flop?
Flippity bullshit.
Yeah. Anyways, right? Where like it's 9 episodes, 6 episodes, or whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like have it all be the same. And I guess maybe that's just me too. Like, you know me, I'm kind of like OCD perfectionist, whatever.
I get it.
So like all 6 episodes, and have each episode be like 50 minutes to an hour. Like boom, like come on, man, like, that's it.
And
that's all we need.
That was just. And
then obviously the finale, a little bit, stretch it a little bit more of an
little
hour,
longer,
like an hour 20.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Give us an extra 20 minutes or something.
Like that, you know.
But no, absolutely, and I feel like that's what they should be doing, bro.
Yeah, they should, bro. But okay.
You were gonna mention the streaming, the Peacock.
Yeah, bro. This is like $1 million idea.
Oh
man.
No, that's another one of Hector's $1 million ideas.
Yeah, I know, right? But like, once I'm a millionaire, like I'm gonna try to do it.
Okay.
and okay, so Peacock, right? Peacock, and I don't know if you noticed, bro. Like, there's been a bunch of streaming services that have been like popping up recently, or even like in 20 back in 2020 or whatever. Right? What were you gonna say? You saw what?
No, I saw that there was even a streaming service for Metro Goldwyn, the production company.
Oh,
the movie company. You know the movie company where it's like the lion that roars, like before Tom and Jerry.
Yeah.
MGM. Even they have a fucking streaming service.
Yeah.
I'm like,
like
God damn, everyone is coming.
No,
up
yeah,
with
bro.
streaming
Like, streaming service. That's where it's at. You know, especially like YouTube and stuff. Actual live television, that's just dead. It's dying.
No, yeah, absolutely.
But so
people were paying hella bills for cable. Now we're paying hella bills for the fucking streaming services for their fucking monthly, yearly subscriptions.
So obviously, it's a very competitive market.
Absolutely.
Right. And so that is why, this is where my $1 million idea. No, I'm not starting a streaming service from scratch, right? This is where I said if I'm a millionaire, I'll do it. And that is Blockbuster. Yes, bro. Remember, okay, listen. Blockbuster was like one of the biggest things in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
It was big as fuck.
In the 90s, yeah.
Right? Obviously, it died down because nobody is obviously going to digital copies or whatever. And that's why Netflix started. Netflix is what started it off. The whole, mailing the discs and stuff. Then eventually they went to digital form and stuff like that. So Blockbuster, right? Well-known brand already, right? This is where I don't understand. And I guess it could be like the lack of money that they have, is Blockbuster is already like a big company or whatever. So if I was the owner of Blockbuster, like CEO, I'd be like, okay, Blockbuster, everybody knows Blockbuster. What can I do to make this dead company or whatever thrive? Because remember, there's only one Blockbuster in the whole world now.
Yeah, I think there's like one left.
Yeah, but like obviously that's physical format. Like get the fuck out. Fuck the physical format. No, what can we do, Hav? Hey man, how you gonna win if you don't play the game? Make it a streaming platform. Imagine Blockbuster, and it's a streaming platform.
It's a streaming service.
Exactly, competing with Peacock and all these different things. Imagine that. Wouldn't that be fire?
It would, but like, here's the thing: every streaming service needs to have like that thing.
What
that thing that a thing that hooks them.
Are you talking about like the types of movies they have on there?
Movies, well, not
like,
sort of, because sometimes the same movie can be on like 2 or 3 different streaming services.
Okay, so
it's mostly the fact, like, the biggest thing that really hooks people is not just the shows that they offer and the movies that they offer, but also the original stuff. That's why Disney Plus thrives, because not only do they have literally everything that Disney owns, but they're putting out Star Wars and MCU and Pixar movies that don't go to theaters out as original content.
No, yeah, you're right. We see it with Apple TV.
Netflix obviously had like Cobra Kai and all these other shows like
Bird Box,
Bird Box.
They have I know what you mean.
Shit.
But here's the thing: what I'm saying is like, okay, obviously those companies they had a head start just because they had they've been in the game longer and all these different things. With Peacock, when Peacock was starting, bro, they weren't focusing on making originals. You know, they weren't focused on. They were focused on securing popular shit onto their platform, which was a smart fucking business move. You know what they did? Because Peacock, when Peacock came around, motherfucker, even you were roasting it. You're like, man, fuck. Man. You remember? I don't know if you remember.
I don't.
You don't remember it? Because I had Peacock when it came out.
Ah.
When it first became a thing, I had Peacock and it was a free account. But it was free account, but obviously I got ads like if it was TV. Right? The reason why I had that was because they had Kitchen Nightmares on there.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they have all the seasons, and they had Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah,
and they
that's all on Hulu too.
Oh, for real? Mm-hmm. And they also have the Hotel Hell.
Yeah, that's on Hulu.
So like, I'm like, oh shit, Peacock, this new streaming service. Okay, let me check it out. And I'm like, it says sign up for free. I'm like, all right, I signed up for free, and you could watch all these shows like and movies for like free. Obviously, there's some where it's locked by a paywall or whatever, but majority of them, it's like a lot of stuff for free. But the kicker is that you'll get ads like every, you know, I don't even know how many, like a normal TV, right? And me, I didn't mind them. I was like, all right, cool, whatever. So that's what they did, right? But with the one business move that I told you about that they did in order to elevate themselves is, what did they do? They bought The Office, and they put it on their platform exclusively. They bought it off of Netflix, not the rights. I want to say they don't own the rights, but they got it. They paid a lot of fucking money to where they took down The Office off of Netflix and they put it on their platform, and that was it. And what they did is, for the first couple, because people were upset, they're like, man, fuck Peacock, man, whatever the fuck, right? So what they did is, for free, they put the first 2 seasons, I think, free. And then obviously the rest of the season, you have to like sign up for Peacock or whatever the fuck. So that's what they had to do. Did they lose? Did they spend a lot of money? Fuck yeah. But that's what elevated them, is they brought a very popular show onto their platform and they marketed the fuck out of it on social media. I don't know if you saw it.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was everywhere. And now, motherfucker, they're getting the Super Mario Bros. Movie on it now. Come on, man. Peacock was able to do it, bro. So my thing is, that's what Blockbuster could do, is obviously not necessarily focus on originals, because now Peacock, they're starting to work on originals or whatever, but like, not focus on originals, but maybe like secure something, right, on their platform that's like really popular or whatever, that people rewatch a bunch of times and stuff, and then boom, slowly just start investing. At first couple years, you'll probably lose money and stuff, just because, you know, like, Blockbuster's dead. It's a very competitive marketplace. But like, I truly believe Blockbuster could be a streaming platform, because even the name Blockbuster is an alliteration. It's attention grabbing. Like, everyone knows it's familiar. Everyone knows the logo. It's a Blockbuster, bro. Blockbuster, a place for all films, or like all things movies, or like Blockbuster is literally, it's in the name. That's what it is. Like a huge theatrical like type of place for movies and stuff. Ain't that smart as fuck? That's why I said, if I'm a millionaire, when I'm a millionaire, I'm gonna have to buy that bitch, man. I'm gonna have to be like, all right, y'all.
I thought you were gonna go somewhere else. I thought you were gonna say that you were gonna take Blockbuster and not making a streaming service, but making like because I had this idea, bro. Just because I have multiple.
Dude, we're straight away from secret.
Oh, that's it's facts, bro.
All right, guys, don't worry. We'll finish the combo up really quickly. We're just all right, but yeah, go on. How are you?
Yeah. But I was gonna say,
we're just chatting, bro. Like,
I know,
just talking and shit. But like, guys, this is like legit off the podcast. We would have combos like this. Like, it's crazy. As fuck.
Now we just hit record.
Yeah, we're just recording it. All right, how? Yeah.
I was gonna say, because like I have like a few streaming services, and I feel like a personal like first world problem, like a gripe that I have, is that when I don't know what to watch, I go on Netflix.
That's so crazy.
No,
but it's funny because you said first world problem. I don't know what to watch. Like, we're out here shitting in clean water, bro. We're shitting in clean water when there's no clean water on the other side of the water. That's fucked, bro. Yo, bro, that's fucked, man. We're blessed, bro. We're blessed to have that problem. Yeah. You know, not knowing what to watch. We have to call that a problem, bro. We actually have to call that a problem, bro. That's a problem to us, bro. Not the motherfucker starving. Our a real problem here. It's like we don't know what the fuck to watch. That's actually fucked. All right, okay, yeah, so that's your problem,
So
right?
I was gonna say, like, you know, like you just don't know what to watch,
Yeah.
right? So what I do is I'll go on Netflix and like
Yeah.
I'll just browse through like
Yeah.
the movies and shit, and I don't find anything. But then I go on Disney Plus and I browse and you can't find
Yeah.
anything. So then I go on Paramount Plus and I browse and I don't find anything. Then I jump to Hulu, and it's just like there's a lot of jumping around between apps.
Right.
That a part of me was like, wouldn't it have been cool if like there was an app that you could sign up for? Maybe you can put your email, like sign up like with an account. You put your email and password, and you sign up. You make a username. You choose your little avatar. You choose like how you would a streaming service, and be like, okay, of all these streaming services, which ones do you have? Okay, well, I have a Netflix, a Disney Plus, a Hulu.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
And it's like I have these. Okay, if you have those accounts, put in your email and password for each of those accounts, and you put them on, and this app would essentially take all of the movies and TV shows from all the streaming services you're subscribed to and have them in one app, so you could browse through all of them instead of having to apps jump.
That's the thing. Like they'd probably the other companies would probably lose money. Or not only that, they'll probably do like a payout. Like, okay, like, hey, sure, you can have our shit on there, but you probably just get the company that's doing that's the app that's doing putting everything together. They'll probably get a small percentage, maybe 20-30%. You know what I mean?
But the thing is that those streaming services will still make money because they still have to remain subscribed to their streaming service. This app is,
okay.
You know what I mean?
Guess so.
This
Yeah,
app
so I guess
is
I can
just
work.
helping take all their content and
It's a
put
good
them
idea.
into one place.
You know what's funny is that you said, "Oh, I thought you were going to go somewhere different with this." Like if I somehow came up with what you just said right now.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't thinking about this shit, bro. I was just thinking Blockbuster, bro. That shit could be.
Well, think about it, because Blockbuster
No,
had
you're right.
all the movies. So why not have a Blockbuster that has all the shit, all the streaming service shit in one place?
That's actually smart. Okay.
See that?
Yo, if Blockbuster ever becomes a streaming service, bro, we have it right here. I called it. It's $1 million idea. Sure, like I said, you're gonna have to get investors. If you're a millionaire yourself, you could probably do it. You'll probably lose money for a couple years or whatever. You know, you probably like lose money for getting like that successful like show, whatever, on that platform. But hey, eventually it'll become something kind of like Peacock, right? Peacock is like on the rise because of that. You know, there's another movie, like another big movie that was going to Peacock. I forgot what it was. But I know Super Mario Bros. Is going to go on there, bro. Like, come on, man. Super Mario Bros, man. That's crazy.
amazing.
You know Netflix was mad as fuck. They're like, damn, we wanted that shit on our
Probably.
shit, man. Or fucking Disney, bro. Like, fuck, man, we wanted that shit. But yeah, guys, let's get back into the fucking...
Secret Invasion.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that tangent. We hope you guys like this ranting and coming up with
For real.
these $1 million ideas. But,
We left off where
yeah, we left off with the machine.
with the machine. Gravik was turning on the machine. He has the harvest
He puts it in a little like a little mini fridge
thing
type shit.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know something, bro.
Like an incubator,
yeah.
some type shit. He puts the harvest in there, and he goes inside back into that machine with Nick Fury, right?
And I was like,
What's going on?
I was like, oh shit, Nick Fury finna have powers.
Right, that's what I was thinking, right? And I'm like, but then again, I was like, no, like Gravik can't be that stupid.
For real, I was like, why?
No, yeah, right. I'm like, Gravik cannot be that stupid. So what I thought is like, okay, maybe this only works on the scrolls, and it'll probably incinerate like a human or something, kill the human. You know what I mean? That's what I thought. Because no way Gravik is that stupid, right? So because Nick Fury's inside the machine, and so Gravik goes inside the machine, and the machine, you know, activates, and now he becomes that super scroll. He's like a buff ass scroll or whatever.
Which I was like, oh, okay, so this is Super Scroll from the comics.
Yeah, so this guy's the
So
super
this is
scroll.
probably the Super Scroll, except in the comics, I looked it up. He had like a different name. Like the name Gravik is nowhere in the MCU, in the Marvel comics, I think. And Super Scroll in the comics is not.
What's his name?
It's some
you know?
it's some alien shit, bro. Like it had an apostrophe in the middle. I'm like, what?
It's some alien shit. Predator.
With an apostrophe.
No, his name was just alien shit. Alien shit.
Clert.
Oh, Clert?
This one.
Oh, Clert. Oh yeah, CL apostrophe then RT.
Yeah, and this motherfucker.
He looks like a goblin, bro.
He looks like Green Goblin. He does.
So yeah, that happens, right? And Nick Fury doesn't die. And Gravik was he? I can't remember. Like, did he seem shocked, bro? Or he was just like, Now, no, he's like, now I'm gonna kill you. Now I'm gonna wreck it. Like, some Wreck-It Ralph shit, man.
It's funny.
And so like he punches Nick Fury, and he kind of goes flying and shit. We're like, oh fuck. Like I'm like, how did Nick Fury survive this? And like, okay, does that mean Nick Fury has powers now? Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
But if you like, no, maybe it doesn't. I mean, I'm thinking it just doesn't work. Probably on humans. Maybe that's why. I don't think Gravik is that stupid. He ends up picking up fucking Nick Fury, and he's about to punch him, and then Nick Fury just catches his fucking fist, bro.
Yeah.
And he's like, what, bitch? And he starts like, what's it called, overpowering him, and we're like, oh, I was like, what the fuck?
I was
Fury?
like,
are you? I'm not gonna lie, bro. I don't know. I was kind of like, what? Nick Fury has powers, right? And you know what's, and you know what I immediately thought before we, cut back to the hospital scene with Rhodey and everyone, is I thought, I'm like, how ironic, right? That Nick Fury has powers. When the last episode he said, hey man, sometimes we don't need superheroes and shit with their power saving us and shit.
mm-hmm.
But yeah, he's using the powers to save. So what's the difference? Right?
Yeah.
Like, am I tripping, bro?
No, you're right.
It's like Nick Fury said, like, I was like, oh shit, like it made it badass. Oh shit, okay, Nick Fury, okay. Sure, it explains why he's not calling the Avengers, cool, right? But also it's like kind of exciting. Oh shit, Nick Fury's actually gonna do this without powers? Okay. He's a badass? Okay, he's Nick Fury. He can do it, he's Nick Fury. Oh wait, bitch, I got powers. Like, what? That's what I thought of, bro. So I'm like, okay, I'm like, all right, Nick Fury, you have powers. That's kind of cool. But then I'm like, that's kind of weird as well.
You contradict yourself.
You're right. It's kind of weird. Okay. So I guess you do need powers to do this shit.
Yeah, for real.
You know what I mean? And so after that, right, they're kind of like fighting a little bit, right? We get back to the hospital scene. Rhodey's still like, what the fuck going on? Like, his men are dying and stuff. And out of nowhere, bro, we see Nick Fury. We're like,
through the doors.
whoa. Yeah, he busts through the doors. Like, whoa, what the fuck? We're like, whoa, there's 2 Nick Furies? Right? And he's like, obviously the president has a gun and stuff. He's like, what the fuck's going on? He's like, I don't want to hurt you, Mr. President. And he's basically trying to convince the president, yo, call off the nuke. That motherfucker Rhodey's a roach. A Rhodey roach. He's a fake. He's a fraud. Get his ass. Kill him. And the president's like, I don't know what the fuck going on. Like, I don't know who to believe and stuff. And we get that whole standoff where they're trying to convince, the president that Rhodey's a Skrull. And Rhodey's like, no, man, shoot his ass. Come on, man. Like, it's me. It's Rhodey. Right? All these different things. And then we jump back with Gravik and the other Nick Fury. And then we find out that Nick Fury that was with Gravik this entire time was Gaia. Just as a Skrull, shape-shifting as Nick Fury.
It's Nick Fury.
And we're like, whoa, what the fuck? Okay, so now it wasn't Nick Fury. That wasn't the real Nick Fury. So now Gaia has the powers. And that's why I said maybe that's why she was able to get powers, because maybe this only works with the Skrulls. Maybe not like with humans or whatever. Because like I said, Gravik can't be that stupid. And so now we get a super Skrull and a super Skrull chick, bro. Going at it, man. Like, what the fuck? They're changing like shapes. Yeah, like we got like a Hulk arm and stuff. No, Hulk leg. I think Gaia got a Hulk leg and kicked his ass and stuff. And so they're all they're all like just changing their powers.
She has the Mantis's shit.
Oh yeah,
she
uses
like
that.
Sleep and like makes him sleep and shit.
And this is what we were talking about in the earlier episode, where this fight wrapped up quickly, man. If like this was maybe like 3 minutes.
Yeah, it was not long at all.
It was like 3 minutes, and
it just felt too quick, bro. It didn't feel.
Yeah, and they have like Captain Marvel's powers as well, and like they finally both of them were using them and stuff. And to me, I was kind of like, okay, realistically speaking, they probably they were just showing the arms, the legs, and all these different powers just for cool. But realistically speaking, you didn't need to do all that. You just had to use Carol Danvers' powers, and y'all be straight. But I get it for purposes like, oh, that's kind of cool, or whatever the fuck. And so they were both using their powers, and Gaia eventually kills his ass. He fucking shoots a beam. What, with her eyes? Was it with her eyes or something?
I think it was with her arm. With
her arm, right? She shoots like a beam, like right through Gravik, like in the center of it, like center mass. And Gravik just like falls down and like he's dead. And then Gaia's like just like super heroic, like, yeah, bitch type shit. And she walks off and she leaves. And yeah, man, that whole scene was just like 3 minutes. It was just.
It was short, bro.
It was short. And, like, it was just like, all right, so
And-
that's it. Like,
The fight was short, bro. The fight was very underwhelming. Another thing that I just don't like.
oh, also really quickly before you go into it,
Yeah.
is even though Nick Fury didn't have powers, his statement is still kind of like, contradicts himself, because like he planned this out with Gaia.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so number one, looks like you did need someone with superpowers to take over.
Yeah, for real.
Right. Number two, this plan was risky as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Matt, like, so many things could have gone wrong. Where like Gaia, like, probably, wouldn't have been in the machine or something, bro. And like this motherfucker just gave him the harvest. I don't know, man. I feel like this plan was kind of a bit sloppy. Like, it sure worked out, right? Because it's a movie, whatever the fuck.
Plot armor, go
yeah,
crazy.
right, type shit. But I just felt like, I don't know, it's just kind of risky. Like, too, like, it's something that I don't think Nick Fury would actually like allow.
Would have actually
like it's something that Nick Fury would have been like, what? No, like, because Nick Fury, how he is, he's always like, he likes to be a step ahead. He's like, no, what if this could happen? Blah blah blah. So for him to allow this plan that like it's a kind of like a Hail Mary, doesn't seem like him. And that's where I kind of like threw me off a little bit, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is
No,
going
I
on?
get you.
That's kind of weird.
It is.
But okay.
My thing is like,
Yeah.
I don't like. I didn't really. At first, I was kind of like, oh, okay, it was Gaia the whole time.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, that's weird. But then after thinking about it, I was like, fuck. Well, if it was Gaia the whole time, that whole scene where
Yes.
he was fucking going off on
Yes.
Nick Fury means nothing
Yes,
now
bro.
because he wasn't actually talking to the real Nick Fury because he was out there in the hospital and shit. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yes, dude.
So now I just feel like that scene feels like nothing now because that whole speech that he gave about how you pimped us out and you threw us away for nothing, he wasn't actually even saying it to the real Nick Fury. So now Nick Fury has no knowledge of anything that Gravix told him. So now he gets to go on and at the
Living
end
like normal.
like he at the end of the episode gets on Saber with Priscilla and they both leave and he never once has to feel the guilt of like his actions through Gravik because he never heard Gravik say those things to him at his face. So now that whole scene was
dude.
now kind of like undone in a way.
Yep, that's what I was also thinking, bro.
And I was like,
what the fuck?
What the?
Because that could have been like that could have added to Nick Fury's character. Like, oh shit, maybe the shit that I'm maybe I am a fuck up. Like maybe I am like.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, bro.
But it wasn't
oh
actually
my
him.
God, yeah. That's what I was thinking too, bro. I was like, dude, so like that amazing performance by this actor didn't mean shit. And it could have added to character development to Nick Fury. And maybe, like, oh man, dude. I don't know, man. Unless like, they make an argument where like, no, like maybe Gaia would tell him, hey man, Gravik told me this shit. Like, I don't know, but still, it's not gonna feel lit.
I don't know, man.
It's not gonna feel the same.
Hey, listen, and another thing too, bro. Like now we're 6 episodes in, and I'm gonna be real with you.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I'm unsure if I give a fuck about Gaia.
Yeah, bro. Low key, man.
like,
I don't know, bro.
I'm kind of like, I don't know. I'm not really all that super attached to her, even though Emilia Clarke can get it. Because she was on Game of Thrones, man. Her titties was out and shit.
Hey, yo.
Come on now. She was getting backshots by Jason Momoa, bro.
Did us?
Yeah.
Oh, was she the blonde girl?
Yeah.
Oh, that was her. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
But I don't know, man. I just don't know if I care about her character. I get it, right? She's Talos' daughter, and I don't know, man.
I feel
like,
the same way. It's like,
I don't know. I feel like she was just kind of in this show, bro. But like, I don't know if they really did a good job of establishing her. I honestly, and I think she has less screen time. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think she has less screen time, but I'm more attached to Priscilla than I am Gaia. Is that just me? I fuck with her more than I did Gaia.
Yeah, bro. I think it's just with Gaia, we didn't really get like any flashbacks with her. Like we didn't get any type of establishment with her as much.
Yeah.
As to the sense where we care about her, like we kind of empathize.
And now
with
we
her.
see her with Super Scroll powers, and is that
It's like,
supposed
oh,
to
shit.
make us be like her more? Cause
And we were right. Didn't we call this out?
what?
Like in the last pod? Oh yeah, there's gonna be a Super Scroll.
Yeah, of course. Because like, you mean to tell me this whole plan of creating Super Scrolls, and we're not actually going to see them?
Right.
Of course, the plan had to go through.
No, like with the harvest. Like didn't we say that? I remember we said that someone was gonna be the Super Scroll.
Yeah.
And it was gonna be like a good person.
Oh, I said it would be Talos. and we would see Talos in Secret Wars. But obviously he's dead, and instead it was Gaia.
No, but you said this in the last episode, bro.
Right.
But how can you say Talos if he was already dead?
Oh no, yeah, you're right. That was the 4th episode when I
Yeah.
said that.
I remember I said that someone was gonna get the Super Scroll powers, like the Harvest, and it was gonna be someone who like was good but kind of not good, like just neutral, and they'll probably get recruited to like Thunderbolts or some shit.
Which
What?
at the end of the episode,
What? Didn't I call that?
I think so.
That's what I was thinking. Bro, turn me up, like right, Hive. I guess we'll talk about it in a bit, right? But what were you saying again?
I was just saying like how I just didn't feel all that attached to Gaia.
Oh yeah, yes.
And I felt like giving her the Super Scroll
put a pin on that,
powers,
guys.
like her
Yeah.
getting the Super Scroll powers and all that was like the show's a way of being like, oh look, now the fans can like her because she's got powers and all this bullshit. Like now she's been elevated
Yeah.
to like a potential Avenger maybe type shit. Like, you know, 'cause
Yeah.
now they got powers type shit.
Yeah, she's OP technically, bro.
Well, now she is.
Yeah.
But
OP.
like, but my
Yeah.
thing is like,
She got everybody's powers, bro. What the fuck?
yes,
Even Captain Marvel.
yes, bro. But like, here's my problem: is that like, this is kind of where the issue comes in, where it's like, I just wish I gave a fuck about that character,
Yeah.
because now you gave Super Scroll powers to a character I'm not that invested in.
Yeah.
Whereas if you would have, it was like giving the Captain America mantle to Sam Wilson. It felt earned, and I fucked with it because I knew him as a
He looked raw as
character.
fuck.
Yeah, sure, the costume looked raw, but
No,
like,
what do you think that they changed it? Sorry to cut you off, bro. Did you see that? Like,
yeah, it was all blue and shit.
they changed the suit. What the fuck?
I would have liked. I mean, like, here's okay. Side tangent. Not
Dude,
too-
they're getting so many.
I know.
We're getting,
This is a slight side tangent.
I hate that
Just
they
real
changed
quick.
the suit, bro.
Here's the thing, just real quick. I'll make this real quick. I don't want to go on.
No, this
too long of a
motherfucker be
tangent.
making trilogies, bro. Like
You a
when he
bitch.
speaks.
You a bitch. You a fucking bitch. My shit's the extended uncut Lord of the Rings trilogy, 4 hours long each.
Part 1.
My shit's Lord of the Rings and Hobbit, bitch. What are you talking about? The Hobbit.
The Hobbit. Lord of the Hobbs. Lord of the Hobbs. That's funny.
Here's the thing. In every Marvel movie, bro, here's the thing. They always redesign the suits. The suits are always different. So
Yeah,
I
bro,
expected them to change the suit. Here's the thing. I expected them to change Captain America's suit for the new Captain America movie.
I don't fucking like it, man.
I at least thought they would have kept the headpiece white. I knew they were going to change it, but I was like, oh, they're going to keep that top part white because that part's iconic. But they made that blue too, and I was like, oh. Okay.
But like, here's the thing, right? It gets announced in that show, right? We see the new Captain America with the fucking comic accurate suit.
Mm-hmm.
We only get it for what, 1 episode, and we're like hyped. Oh shit! And that's it. We only see him for that 1 episode, and because we're not gonna see him in the movie or whatever with it. It's like kind of like, what the fuck? Why do that?
I don't know.
It's
But
fucking- I hate that shit.
They do change the suits
I hate
in
that,
every
man.
movie.
I don't like it, man. But whatever.
But-
let's get back into it.
I was gonna say that.
I think we already. Where were we? Gaia?
I was gonna
We're
say
still talking
like
about
I was gonna say that I would have liked to have been more invested in Gaia.
Yeah,
like I
to
still
care.
believe they should have just kept Talos alive and made him the Super Scroll and have him regain leadership
Yeah, that would
of
be
the
cool.
Scrolls. That would have been cool and kept Ben Mendelsohn around a little longer.
I think
That
I
would've
would.
been
I think
cool.
I would have predicted that, but since like after the death, I was like, all right, somebody's getting Super Scrolls, and it's got to be someone who's good, but maybe not necessarily like good. Like I remember I told you, it was like someone's gonna be like neutral, and that person I think is Gaia. She's neutral, bro. Like she's still iffy on shit. You know, she's still like trying to find herself and stuff. You know, like she's willing to kill type stuff. Like she isn't like that. But yeah. So anyways, the death with Gravik, right? Then we get back to the hospital. Scene. Yeah, do you want to?
Because Sonya was there. You forgot to mention she comes up and she has a gun
yes, you're right.
pointed at Rhodey.
Yes, you're right.
Because remember, Nick Fury was like, "Hey, I'm not pointing the gun."
You're right.
Like, you know, because the president was pointing the gun at him.
Mm-hmm.
So he had his hands up, and Sonya had the gun to Rhodey, and Rhodey tried to do some scroll shit where like where he was trying to flip the gun on him and blah blah blah, and then Nick Fury shoots him and kills
Yeah,
him,
in the
and
head,
that's when
bro.
you see him change back to scroll form, and
The
when I
president, the
saw-
president's like, my God,
Like-
hand me a phone.
yeah,
Remember that?
yeah.
Hand me a phone.
He's a good actor, dude. I like seeing him in shit. Did you notice he's the guy from Scream 6?
He looks familiar. Okay, that's
He's the
him?
cop guy. Remember the dad?
Yeah,
the dad who's like my son, like that motherfucker. He built that Scream Shrine
Yeah,
for his
bro.
kid.
Not gonna lie, the finale of Scream 6 funny as shit though.
Yeah,
The shit that's happened. But anyways,
but
go check out that review, guys. If you haven't seen it.
oh yeah,
but
Scream 6 was cool. But what's it called? When I saw him turn to a scroll, I was like, alright, so like,
that was.
where is it? Like,
Oh, yeah, like-
give me the scene. Was I right or wrong?
Where's Rhodey?
And sure enough, we get the scene of Gaia busting into the fucking lab where they're keeping all those people, and we see all the people that we saw in the show, and even
Even the guy that died in the beginning.
the other Ross,
Yeah.
Everett Ross,
Everett
he was
Ross,
there,
yes.
and then we see Rhodey.
We see
and I was
Rhodey,
like,
man.
it's a fucking rat. I fucking called it. I was happy as fuck when I saw Rhodey.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I fucking called it. I knew he wasn't a Skrull this whole time. I celebrated so hard, bro. I was driving to work playing Kanye's "I Am a God" from his Yeezus album. I was like, I am a god.
Oh
I
my
predicted this
god.
shit.
Okay, so you were hyped. You're like, I fucking knew he was in Scroll this whole time. So how was it when I texted you? Like, what'd you think when I texted you?
Well, here's the thing. So
That's
when I
one
saw
that's-
him, well, I know what you're talking about. When I saw him, and I was like, I was hyped because I was like, I fucking knew it. I knew he was down there. All
Yeah.
those dumbass people on TikTok theorizing that he was a Skrull, and
Yeah,
that's why
yeah,
they
yeah.
changed the actor and all
Yeah,
that
yeah.
bullshit. Like, what the fuck?
That was a
bitch?
reach right there. That was
What
a
the
reach.
fuck are they talking about? But I'm
was
like,
actually
come on
funny.
now, y'all dumb as hell. How could he have been a Skrull since Civil War? Blah blah blah. And then I noticed he was in a hospital gown, and I was like,
Hey, man.
and I remembered that in Civil War, he was in that same hospital gown getting X-rays from when he fell, when Vision blasted his arc reactor from Civil War. And then Ross looks at him. He's like, Colonel Rhodes, how long have you been down here? And he doesn't answer,
He's like,
which is on purpose. Like, it's for the writers to let us speculate,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
what gains the show more clout on social media.
But who says it? Was it Gaia that said you've been here, or someone says you've been here for a long time? There's a line that someone says that to Rhodey.
I have to look back because
Like-
I don't remember that. I just remember he didn't answer.
Someone says that. I'm not joking. Like someone says you've been in. It's like Colonel Rhodes. Like you've been here for a long time. I swear to God.
And here's the thing. I was like,
could look it up.
I was like, hospital gown. What the? Oh no. And I was like, no way. You don't think he was actually a Skrull since Civil War? And then I go on TikTok and there's people
Shit, I
like,
don't have it.
there's people who are going back to like other movies.
Yeah.
Like Infinity War and Endgame and be like, oh my god, this scene with Rhodey hits different because he was a Skrull. And I'm like, no, guys, y'all stupid as fuck. Like,
Oh, the one with Mantis? Is it the scene with Mantis where he was having a convo with Mantis?
Nebula.
Oh, Nebula.
And
sorry,
he was like,
Nebula.
I wasn't always like this. And he was like, me neither.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't think he was talking about.
I don't
that.
think so either. I
think-
just meant like, oh, like he's paralyzed.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's what I. Or and here's the thing: if he was a Skrull, then why was he crying at Tony's funeral? He was shedding tears. A Skrull would have
right,
been
man,
like,
you're
"It's an evil
right.
world out there." It's not. It's like type shit. Like I don't know.
You're right, bro.
So-
You're right.
I feel like when I saw him in that hospital gown, I'm like, no.
That's what I painted the picture to that. To Civil War.
Me too,
Because don't you remember he was being carried out? He couldn't walk.
Right.
So I was
But
like,
then again, because he
oh.
didn't have his leg shit. He didn't
that's
have those
true.
things that helped him walk.
But that's the thing. He didn't have his leg shits, right? Meaning he was in the process of getting them because he was in the.
That's the thing is that.
I know,
bro.
Dude,
I
I was
know.
pissed as fuck though, because I was hyped up. Oh shit, it's fucking Rhodey. And then I saw the gowns and I saw him getting picked up and everything. I'm like, hold on a second, bro. I'm like, no fucking way. And I couldn't remember. I'm like, dude, I can't remember. I remember in Civil War, Rhodey was like in some hospital. I was like, fuck. So I looked it up. Or like first I texted you, and then after I texted you, I looked it up and then I confirmed. Oh yeah, that was true. And I'm like, no, bro. Could it be, bro? Could it actually fucking be,
not, bro? I hope not.
People are speculating that no. People are saying no. He was kidnapped or whatever after Endgame.
Which is supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's fine.
That needs to be the reason.
That's
dude.
fine.
It can't
but-
be before.
No, man. Fuck no, bro.
No, dude, because fuck that. Because like now every time I go back and rewatch those movies or whatever, I'm gonna be like, oh, he was a Skrull there. He doesn't feel like I just don't feel it anymore. You essentially ruin.
I think we're just have to like trick our minds and just be like,
You know what I think it is, bro? I think if I'm being real,
huh?
bro, I think the writers did this on purpose.
Think so?
Of course. Think about it. If you were the writers and you were writing this show, wouldn't you want to make it on purpose, giving him a hospital gown and do all this shit so that
so people can speculate?
so that you know that people who go on TikTok and shit can speculate about this shit? who can speculate, and thus people speculating on social media is what essentially gives your show more clout.
Yeah.
See what I mean? I feel like they're doing this on purpose. Okay, so we have the scene pulled up on the TV.
I don't have any subtitles. What the fuck? Where's the part? She says. See?
Yeah, she tells him that he's been held hostage for a long time.
See? What I tell you, slut. What does that mean? How long is that?
Bro,
how long is a long time for this chick, bro?
I don't know, bro.
I told you, that's what she said. It was Gaia, wasn't it? Yeah,
Yes,
I think it was
Gaia
Gaia. Yeah, you see that? What's a long time?
I don't
Look,
know.
Javi's freaking out right now.
Because here's the thing.
Javi freaking out.
Here's the thing,
right
because like I'm making the argument of like, well, if it was a scroll, like how would he feel for Tony and blah blah blah. But here's the thing, is because in the show they do explain that the scrolls, when they take the person's place, they get
take
their
the
memories.
Yeah.
So
what if
that could be the argument? Like, well, the scroll
had his
had no
memories.
memories, and so he does feel emotion. But to
No,
me, it just
dude.
doesn't.
No,
It just still does
No,
not
man.
hit. It just. I'm sorry, but it doesn't. And if the MCU does this to Rhodey, fuck no, bro. I would be so fucking pissed, because you essentially ruined his character now. And it's like, fuck, bro. So what? We're gonna get Armor Wars, and he's gonna be like, I never saw Tony die. Like,
he's gonna be shocked. No, like he's gonna be shocked. Like, oh, where's Tony?
and like he didn't know.
It's like, he's dead. What?
And like, but here's the thing, like, but I don't want that, because it hit harder in Endgame, watching his friend die, sacrifice himself for the universe, him attending the funeral. Like, it just hits that he was there, and only for you to tell us that for the last two movies in that saga, like since Civil War, like he was the Skrull that time. And if he was a Skrull, why was he helping the Avengers fight Thanos with that shit?
When he wanted when he wanted humanity to be like erased and stuff.
And I saw someone on TikTok bring up a scene from Endgame. Do you remember when Thanos just blew up the compound? Mm-hmm. And like, you know, War Machine, like he was in his War Machine suit, and he does like the safe word to like for the suit, like it's an emergency open, and he gets out. And someone pointed out that in that scene he's bleeding.
Okay.
And they're like, Skrulls bleed. I think they said blue or purple or some shit. And in that
Purple,
scene,
yeah.
he was bleeding red.
Ooh, okay.
So like,
this could be a good
technically, or it could also just be that
It could just be like a retcon type shit.
maybe, or they could just be like they weren't thinking that far
Yeah,
ahead, like they
exactly.
weren't gonna change his character, they didn't have that idea yet. But like I saw someone justify it, but I don't know, bro. I still think the writers putting him in that hospital gown and saying words like that, like you've been here a long time,
Stir up feathers.
it's just them fucking with us to just get us to speculate, because speculating about a show
Is what keeps it going.
is what
man.
keeps the clout and the popularity on it, be it positive or negative, but all press is good press, right? Like any attention. So there's people that are making all these TikToks, all these theories. That's what these writers want. Is they want you to talk about the show, because the more you talk about it, the more popularity, the more viewership, the more popular whatever, right? So I feel like they're doing this to just fuck with us. And the fact that they didn't give us a solid answer is to keep us theorizing and to keep us speculating, even though the show has ended.
All right.
And we'll never really know what actually happened until we see Rhodey again, which might be Armor Wars, or he might be another supporting character in another show.
Let me ask you this, Hav, right? This is going to be the ultimate question, bro. All right? Ultimate question I'm preparing right now.
Oh, okay.
Let's say Kevin Feige said, you know what? Yes, he confirms it. Rhodey was taken during Civil War. Your thoughts, man?
If that were true, bro, I would be extremely disappointed. I would be very disappointed, and I will take it to my grave that I'm like, they ruined Rhodey's character, because they pulled this fucking 180 bullshit on us. Now we're supposed to believe that this Skrull impersonating Rhodey was the real Rhodey and whatever.
Right.
Like, they duped us and have us think that this Skrull was out here helping the Avengers and saving the universe and doing this fucking shit. Like, why? And then you can make the argument, it's like, well, you know, because of Gravik and his rebellion, like, obviously the Skrull had to impersonate Rhodey. He had to help the Avengers so they could live, so that the Skrulls could do their thing.
Yep.
Like, oh, you could just pull up. It could be one of those things where it's like the scroll impersonating Rhodey was following orders so that, like, well, if we die and Thanos wins, Gravik and the rebellion can't do our thing. But that also, it's just like I said, it tarnishes the character, because now when I go back and watch the movie, I'm thinking to myself, it's not the real Rhodey, and that's a scroll with his own agenda, and it's not the agenda of saving the world because I'm an Avenger. It's I gotta save the world because I'm actually a scroll, and I'm saving these people just to eradicate them later. Makes no damn sense. And on top of that, now every scene,
could it be the argument where, like, well, this is our new home. It's like the Earth is our new home, so you know what, bro? I'm gonna just join the Avengers and do what they got to do to protect our new home. You know what I mean?
It could be.
And not only that, with going back to Rhodey, is that the real Rhodey has missed out on so much character development.
Yes, since Civil War.
If that was to be true.
Yes.
If he was taken since then.
Yeah, exactly right.
And you're right. It's just,
and there's a bunch of stuff too. Like, I don't know if you remember. I'm sure you don't, because it was years ago. But Civil War, at the very end of the movie in Civil War, there's a scene where, like, Tony's helping Rhodey, like, walk and, like, get his, like, him walking and shit, and he can't. Like, I think he falls or something. And Tony's trying to help him up, and he's like, I got it. And he just sits up, and he tells Rhodey, like, he's like, in all my years in the military, I done all these missions for the government. Some of them I didn't agree with them, but I still flew them because it was the right thing to do. And that's how I felt about the Sokovia Accords. I felt like it was the right thing to do for me to sign up for the Sokovia Accords and be under the government and blah, blah, blah. So now he's delivering these fucking lines as a scroll. Doesn't hit the same now.
Yeah, man.
Things like that don't hit the same. Him mourning his friend at the funeral does not hit the same.
Yeah.
Him, when the Avengers went to go meet up with Black Panther, and Bruce Banner's like, do we bow? And he's like, yeah, he's a king. And he bows, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? Like when he fucks around. Because Rhodey was always like, he was like fucking around with people. Or how, like, he meets Ant-Man, and he goes, what up, regular size, man? Like, just because he's little quips and jokes.
Yeah.
This is all coming from a scroll now. See how this, but, like, when you see it through those lenses, the scenes don't hit the same.
You're right, bro.
That's why, for me, it's like, they can't, bro. Like, I get they want to be bold, and I'm sure they want to pull this bullshit of, like, well, the Skrulls have been amongst us for years, and, like, it turns out that one of the Avengers was a Skrull, and we didn't even know it, blah, 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 this and that. And it's like, I guess, but I don't know, man. Like, I just feel like you just can't, bro. If you're going to make someone a Skrull, like, it would have been better if you would have made someone in the show a Skrull. Don't take events that have already happened in the past.
Yeah. Because
now you're tarnishing those movies and those scenes. And it's just like, for me, bro, no, dude. I don't think I could I would never forgive the MCU for ruining Rhodey's character like that, if it were to be confirmed.
Yeah, man.
If they come out and say that Rhodey was a Skrull since Civil War, when he fell and he paralyzed and they switched him out, hospital shit.
Yeah. Like
Priscilla did with Vara and all that bullshit. Or, with the Priscilla girl, like, how he took her body. If you need to tell me that that's what fucking happened, I would be like, like, really, bro?
Yeah,
like,
I know what you mean, bro. Same here, bro.
Fuck nah, dude. I don't think that would fly with me. And to be honest, bro, as of recently, just as of recently, bro, like, the MCU, dude, like, I'm still fucking with it, but, like, a lot of shit just hasn't been hitting like Phase 1 through 3 has.
Listen, Hobbs, because you have high expectations.
Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy, bro. That director's stupid as
and
fuck.
I guess let me say that real quick.
Real quick. Yeah.
Because, like, we said this off pod. For you guys who don't know, we already mentioned how Secret Invasion is, not doing great. A lot of people are not liking it and stuff. And the director of Secret Invasion actually came out and he said that that Marvel fans just have too high of expectations. That if their expectations are not met or near to their expectations, that they just do a 180 and they just immediately just hate on it. That's what he thinks is happening. And I don't know, personally, man, I don't think that's it. You know what I mean?
I think the issue is not that we have high expectations. The issue is that you're not meeting the expectations. I think that's the problem. For someone to have high expectations is not a bad thing, because the MCU, first of all, is for how long it's been going and how great it was at one point. Phases 1 through 3 were fantastic.
Like, it was so big. Like, people, like, first movie they saw from MCU was Endgame.
Yeah, like shit like that. Like, of course expectations are going to be high if you're going to build a franchise for this fucking long, dude.
Yeah.
Of course the expectations are going to go high. So you need to bring your fucking A game and do a Falcon and Winter Soldier or do a Loki season 1. Like, you need to come in and give us some fucking raw ass shit for phase 4 and 5, and now with 6 coming up, we have Fantastic Four and the Avengers, and who knows what phase 6 is going to hold. But, like, you need to fucking step up and bring this fucking A game. Like, for you to just tell us, oh, y'all just have your expectations too. Like, well, how about try harder, motherfucker? Like, how about trying harder as a fucking director and shit? What the fuck is your issue? Like,
yeah, for real. Like, why write that Nick Fury said, yeah, man, sometimes, like, we don't need any superhero shit to come save us, man. Sometimes we got to rely on our own.
And then it relies on
cutscene. It relies on the superhuman. Or it's with superpowers. Well, everybody's superpowers, actually.
Yeah, for real.
Everybody's superpowers. Like, come on, man. That's one thing I noticed, bro. Like,
I know,
what the
dude.
fuck?
I know.
But okay, let's keep it moving, Hav, because we could just talk about this for another hour, bro. Fucking, okay, so after that, right, you know, they save Rhodey and everything like that. The president's, okay, he's calling off the nukes and stuff. Rhodey's dead. And so now, I guess the next big thing that we find out, bro, is the president. This is not gonna lie. This is kind of funny to me. Or like, it was kind of funny now explained, but then it was kind of like, whoa, fucked up that we were seeing.
Dude, okay, this is one of the this part of this episode
Yeah.
which made me go, whoa.
Yeah,
holy
is
shit.
that the president of the United States, bro, declared war on any human. I mean, on any alien life form that's not from Earth. That just comes from Earth or whatever. There. So he declared war on the entire universe.
bro?
He declared war on the entire universe. Nah, man, fuck y'all. If y'all ain't from Earth, we gonna kill y'all or like some shit because of the situation. And we're like, whoa, what the fuck,
Dude.
And then we get glimpses of, like, you know, people becoming like their own vendettas and stuff and killing people that they think are Skrulls. So some of them will be real, like they'll kill someone and then sure they were a Skrull. But then there'll be times where, like, they'll just kill a news reporter thinking they're a Skrull, and no, it was just an innocent woman.
It was a woman.
So, like
the real person.
That shit, not gonna lie, I like that, bro. That was raw. I was
dude,
like, whoa.
Dude, I liked that so much.
Like a whole Civil War type shit.
Because I was like, oh my God. Like, and a part of me just, it sucks because it's like, I wish this was a movie. And like, I'd be expecting a sequel. I want to see what happens next. But who knows what other Marvel movie or project is going to relate back to this topic again.
Can we put a pin in this real quick, bro? There's another thing I wanted to mention. Back when we were talking about movies and the run times and everything, I saw some people saying that this Secret Invasion could have worked if it was a movie. And I just want to say I disagree to those people. I don't think Secret Invasion could have been a movie.
Okay.
Like a 2 hours and 30 minutes. I think it has to be a show. Just because of how complicated it is and like to flesh out an actual story of Secret Invasion, because it's kind of a big deal, especially from what it is in the comics.
Yes.
You know, the only issue is like the episodes just had to be a bit longer. Like, so we needed more time. So like, not an actual movie that's limited to 2 hours, let's say 3 hours. Even if it's 3 hours on some Titanic, Oppenheimer shit, whatever, it still wouldn't be enough in my opinion, bro. I think the story is just too complex just to wrap everything in 3 hours. You know, so I just wanted to bring that up. Like, no, I disagree with those people that think that this could have been a movie. I don't know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. But yeah, let's go. Okay, let's go back. Right, this might President of the United States declare. That's some U.S. shit. That's funny as fuck.
Yeah,
that's America shit. Declaring war on the entire universe, right? And so we get this whole Civil War thing going on. People are out there, you know,
assassinating.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
what the fuck?
Shooting real innocent
people because they think that they're Skrulls or something. And that's what's kind of cool. That's what's kind of cool, bro. Because like, dang, you don't trust nobody. Like,
fuck, bro. They might be a Skrull, and you fuck around like you fuck around, and kill your mom.
Yeah, type
like,
shit.
That bitch never nice to me. Like,
for real,
shoot her and shit. What
like
the
she
fuck?
a Skrull, and then it's actually now the Skrull's like, oh shit.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, bro. That's
so like,
fucked.
And like a part of me like, I need a follow up to this. Like, I need a show, a movie that invests in this specific plot line now.
Yeah, because it's
like,
gone political.
specific.
It's gone like political, like another mini civil war or some shit, bro. There's people,
and it's fucked because
rebels.
the next Nick Fury, because Nick Fury's the one that calls the president, right? And he's like, you started like, you made your dumbass like fucking declare war on alien species, and now there's people out there fucking killing innocent people thinking they're fucking Skrulls.
Yeah, dude.
And that's on you. Like Nick
And
Fury makes that call, right? And it
Yeah.
bothers me that the next time we're gonna see Nick Fury is in the Marvels,
Up in Saber.
in space, and like he basically left Earth to go do this side mission with Captain Marvel and
man.
Monica Rambeau and Miss Marvel.
It seems like Nick Fury, like realizing this, he'd like, okay, no, we got to fix this or something. Like we got to.
I feel like I would have liked for him to stay on Earth and be like,
yeah, bro.
fuck, bro. Like now I need to fix
But
what the president.
another thing that I'm thinking about, bro, is like, does the president not know that like some of like the Earth's heroes are not from Earth? Like, you know, like Thor, Captain Marvel. Like this motherfucker, like, got to do his research. I'm declaring war on everybody that ain't human. But sir, Thor, kill his ass. But like, he saved the world. He's the one. You know, I don't give a fuck. I declared war. America, kill his ass. Captain Marvel too. Like, I don't know. I think that I was kind of like, sure, it was a cool concept.
Yeah.
But I kind of like. It just made me think about like, wait, does he not know that there's other people?
Unless realistically he made it like, if you're an Avenger,
Yeah, right. Like, if you're a known like ally, then okay, cool, I let it slide. But if you bring your mother here, she's dead. Because I don't know that bitch, so I'm killing her.
Make her
gun her down.
Make me a casserole and I'll make her an ally.
Or like some shit, bro.
Or like some of my knob.
Give me. Dude, wait, do they know what that is? No, they're gonna listen to this, bro, and be like, wow, that's fucked up. But like, I don't think they know our inside joke, bro. We should probably explain it. Cause that shit crazy. Without context, that's crazy, bro. Slap on my knob. Or like, you know what I was gonna say real quick? Is the president be like, all right, you want to bring your grandmother here? All right, give me 5% equity in your planet. All profits.
Give me the scroll fruits that y'all grow.
Fuck it, we'll make this a royalty. Every scroll fruit sold is $2 for me. That's some funny shit. But anyway, slow right now. Let's explain that real quick. So there's an inside joke that Hav and I have where we just say it to each other like randomly. Like how to explain this? Okay, like you know how those things where things like rhyme and then you say something funny and it also kind of rhymes. Like, for example, like this is how it normally would play out. Like, how would it be like, yo, bro, you wanna go get some a corn on the cob, bro? And then I'd be like, what? Corn on the cob? I'm more like slob on my knob. Like that type of shit, right? That's how it would be. So like we would do those types of jokes with each other. But then it got to the point where, like, you know, it's like it doesn't rhyme at all.
The punchline just became
it's just random, yeah. Like, so like it'll be like it doesn't have to rhyme. Like what that example I made with corn on the cob. So like, how would be like, yo, bro, you trying to get Wendy's? I'm like, what? Trying to get Wendy's? More like slap on my knob. Like what?
Like we just throw it in there, and there's no correlation.
Yeah, no correlation. It just has nothing to do.
And it's just we just started. We just started dying because we're like, what the fuck is we doing?
Yeah, bro. It has no correlation. Like that's basically the joke, guys. You know. And yeah, I just want to explain that because like without context, bro, that shit crazy. This fucking.
Hey, you ever been your scroll mom here, man? You ever slap my and I'll make her an ally.
We want freedom. Freedom, more like slow on. No, Priscilla. Vara asked Nick Fury, he's like, "Do you love me for who I am? Love me for who I am." More like slob on my knob. Like, what's going
as
on?
A scroll with your sharp ass teeth, Nick.
Hey, yo, speaking of that, right? I guess let's talk about that. Fucking. So yeah, but now we get the whole situation with the whole scrolls and innocent people dying and like what the fuck is whole mini civil war or something going on. I don't know. And now fucking Nick Fury is on his way back to Saber, right? And as he's going into the light, into the beam or whatever, in this field, that's when Vara comes in the car as Priscilla, and says his goodbyes and all these different things, and then we finally it kind of comes full circle where she transforms into her Skrull self, and Nick Fury, I guess, accepts her and like acknowledges like, yeah, I love you even as you are, like kind of what it was leading up to, and I kind of figured that was gonna happen. Mm-hmm. Not me though, personally, not. Bro, come. No, man, listen, hear me out, guys. Before y'all say, "Oh my God, that's bogus as fuck," like I get the message, the overall message, right? Mm-hmm. Where like, oh, you should love someone for who they are, right? Mm-hmm. Not for how they look. Like, okay, we understand this message, and yes, and it works and it applies to like humans, right? But I draw the line on alien shit, man. Like I don't like. I'm sorry, but like
alien pussy.
Like that's just no, man. Like if you're looking like
Green Goblin.
Yeah, man, I can't do that. like if you're an alien,
like, I'm not gonna let you do me like that.
If you're a metamorph, what is that? The alien from Alien vs Predator.
A xenomorph.
A xenomorph. Listen, bro. If she a xenomorph, man, like you could probably cool. Like, you're probably cool. Like we'll chill and shit. But like you. Come on, man. I can't be attracted to you, physically attracted to you. You're completely different. You know what I mean? You're a whole new species. It's not even a race. It's not even like, oh, your skin tone. Oh, like, oh, my hair's straight. Yours is curly. Ooh, like, oh my gosh, your skin's darker than mine or whatever. It's not that, bro. You are a whole different species, bro. You are something else. Like literally, bro. Like literally, you are something else, bro. You can't expect me to accept that, Hav. So don't tell me this is fucked up, bro. This ain't fucked up. That's just being for real. For example, yes. For example, ready? Let's say a fucking oversized frog was able to talk and shit like us. Would you like fall in love with it? Oh wait, Princess and the Frog, but like, nah, that shit overkill. Like, no, that's a fairy tale. But like in real life, bro, no, bro, you'll be freaked out. You'll be like, oh shit, and you get to know him. You probably think a cool person, but like, I don't think you'd feel really aroused or attracted to that thing, because it's a completely different thing. You know what I mean, bro?
No, I know what you mean.
What about you, bro? You letting that slide, or like you slide into that, or what?
Like
slide,
I'll be like, hey man, if we gonna have sex.
Like, how's that gonna work?
Need to change yourself to a person.
Low key, right, bro? It's like, so how's that? But like, no, man, I don't. No, dude, it made it. They implied to where like, no, she could be herself now. So he's gonna get it in and that.
With them sharp ass teeth.
Did she have sharp teeth? Yeah. I didn't see.
Yeah,
for real.
Sharp as fuck.
Oh fuck. Nah, man, I'm good, bro.
Don't slap on this knob, bro.
Nah, bro, she gonna chop on it, man. What the fuck?
It's funny as fuck.
She got sharper teeth than a megalodon. Hey, I'm gonna have to. Hey, she has sharper teeth than a megalodon, bro. I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna have to put my foot on her face. I'm gonna have to put my foot on her face like Jason Statham on the trench.
No,
like,
bitch. Get the fuck away.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, the new Megalodon, The Trench or something with Jason Statham.
The trailer?
Yeah, the trailer. There's a part where the Megalodon tries to, is going after Jason Statham, about to eat him, and for whatever reason, Jason Statham puts his foot on top, like on the shark's head.
It stops him. Like on some Fast and Furious bullshit.
Hey, man, it's Jason Statham, bro.
Oh, so you're going to let it slide?
I'm going to let it slide, man.
So if the next Fast and Furious comes and he's doing crazy shit, you're letting it slide?
Jason Statham could shoot lasers out of his eyes. Jason Statham could shoot lasers out of his eyes.
Oi, let me tell you something. And it's Jason Statham. Let me tell you something. It's been a while since this world's been this nervous, huh?
That's funny as fuck. Bro, oh my god, bro. Hey, for you guys listening, go in the link in the description. Make sure you follow Cape Shit, because the Cape Shit podcast, because I still haven't uploaded that first episode that we did. Oh, where that's where we always mentioned it's been a while since the word's been this nerve. That's where the joke originated from, guys. I'm gonna leave a link in the description. If you stay tuned, that episode's gonna be dropping soon. Once you listen to it, you're gonna understand the inside jokes. And now when you ever hear us mention that, you know where it started and shit. That'd be funny as fuck. Oh, you know, and he starts levitating with his lasers. If he could do that, and I'm gonna let it slide, man.
In Fast and Furious.
In Fast and Furious, bro, I'm gonna let it slide, man. Like just because of Jason Statham, bro. Like if he had the cast and he flexed and
Like
if
The
he
Rock
like
did?
The Rock, if he flexed and he broke the cast, I'm letting it slide, man. But anyways, guys, so Nick Fury ends up, accepting his wife or whatever, beautiful message, right? But not for me personally, like, we're talking alien shit, right? We already established. And they end up making out and shit. Couldn't be me, right? But hey, do you, bro? Like, you know what I mean? They're making out and everything, and Nick Fury actually like asks her for help with whatever mission he's gonna do, whatever. And we're assuming it's the one with the Marvels.
The Marvels.
Right. And so now they go together. They go together on this UFO type shit. And there they go. And then now, at the very end, we get Gaia just like walking around the streets, right? Being followed. She knows she's being followed. Like, what the fuck? And the person following her was Sonya, that girl, right? And Gaia, like typical, she's like, if you don't want problems or whatever, I recommend you step back. I reckon you step back, type shit. Well, she didn't say it like that, but
Yeah.
I'll keep her in black on your
behalf.
Yeah, right. Well, fuck, what was the line, bro? That shit was hard, so hard. It was from Arthur Morgan from Red Dead 2, guys.
That was the line.
Yeah, but like it's more at the beginning. He's like, maybe once your mother's finished
Mourning your father.
mourning your father
I'll keep her in black.
on your behalf.
You think about that, boy.
Yeah, bro, that shit hard as fuck.
It is hard.
But anyways, so he, guy is like, yo, back the fuck up. Sonya's like, yo, I get it. You a real one. I'm not trying to fuck with you. I'm just saying, you could use me. She actually says that you use me and I use you. And we could, work together to get what you want, help me what I want. We want you to be like, we believe that you could be a leader of some kind. Remember, doesn't she say that?
Something like that.
Do I have to look that up again? I could have sworn
We can pull it up on the TV again.
I could have sworn she said like, oh, like a leader, like we need like a leader or something. And this is where I was like, oh shit. And Guy is like, word, right?
And accepts
it, and she ends up walking away
with Sonya.
Sonya.
Now, did your mind go to where my mind went to?
My mind went to Thunderbolts.
Yeah.
Which I called that in the last episode. Hav, turn me up, bro. I created DC Studios, dude. Bro, I'm never letting that go.
I know.
If I ever meet James Gunn, I'm gonna like show him the clip and show him the timeline. Like, listen, bro, look, I called this shit, bro. So like, what? You want to hop on the pod or? No, bitch. What the fuck, bro? Are you serious right now? But yeah, bro. I fucking created DC Studios practically. Like that's what you know what I mean. I should probably get like a 20% cut, or like equity on that. But yeah, we're gonna pull it up, guys. I could have sworn she said something along the lines. But yeah, that's what I thought, guys.
Right here.
Oh shit. Yeah, that's what I thought, guys. If that's what was gonna happen, to where Gaia is joining forces. It's because I don't get copyright. There you go. Oh,
Your
her
people.
people. Oh.
Your people, like
Yeah.
the scrolls.
Your people need a leader, but like a friend of a friend. I don't know, man.
No, it's because she asked who she was, and she said, "I'm a friend of a friend. I'm Nick Fury's friend. You know Nick Fury."
Oh yeah, you're right. And then your people need a leader, but still, man, I'm thinking Thunderbolts in this bitch.
I know, because it felt very recruitment.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, bro.
Only thing is that it's Sonya, and it's not. What's her name again? Val something? I forgot her name.
Val, I forgot her name. Yeah.
But
whatever. But
anyway,
like, that's my prediction.
I
man.
thought
I think that's what's
I thought they
happening.
were setting up the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I think that's what's
And
happening.
you know what though? If you remember, bro, when the Thunderbolts lineup was announced, remember when they announced who was going to be in the Thunderbolts movie? I know that there were a bunch of people who were kind of disappointed, like, what? Where's so and so? Why is this person at the movie? Why is this person? And I was like, what if they showed us the lineup for Thunderbolts, but it's not the final lineup?
Right.
What if they were just keeping other characters secret and they would reveal them in Thunderbolts later? And I thought they were going to do that with Gaia, That's I'm assuming what they're gonna do. They're gonna like sneak her in there.
Yeah.
Or something. I don't know.
And I mean, she could be a leader, bro. I mean, look at all the power she got. Like,
And to be in Thunderbolts, like, makes sense.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But I don't know, man. I mean, that's what it felt like. It felt very recruitment.
Yeah, that's how I took it, bro. That's where my mind was running.
I don't know. We'll see. But she did say that your people, your
Yeah,
scrolls,
your
need a
people
leader.
need a
So I
leader.
don't know what that means.
Yeah.
So we'll just have to see where her story picks up. I hope they make her a little more interesting, whatever we see her next.
Yeah.
Because like I said, this show, man, I couldn't really grow very close to Gaia. I was more close with Priscilla.
Right.
Excuse me.
But,
and I think Priscilla had less screen time than Gaia did, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let's get all right. Well, I mean, we pretty much covered everything, guys. Let's give our ratings. Have I guess a rating for this episode and then overall.
I guess for this episode, bro,
Yeah.
I'd probably give this episode like
I'm thinking like a
6.
6.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm thinking like I think you're right, bro. Because like the only thing that I really like was the whole Gravik scene.
That and like.
But then we later find out that
then,
like it technically didn't mean shit.
Yeah, that's kind of. But like, I still want to give it props for his performance because the actor killed
for
it.
Sure.
On top of that, I also liked when the president waged war and like we see footage
cool.
of people assassinating
Right.
scrolls and then real people and whatever the fuck, and like he caused the mob mentality bullshit.
You know the whole roadie situation though, like we don't know.
Like now I'm still unsure, and if it's confirmed that he was a fucking scroll since Civil War, that score is going low.
What would it change it to?
Like a 4. Because
that seems fair.
I'll be that fucking petty, bro.
Actually, I was thinking of giving it a 4.
Giving what?
I was thinking of giving this episode a 4 because of the roadie situation. But like I said, we don't know if it's confirmed or not. Like,
they're very vague when they're with their dialogue.
What if
on purpose?
Yeah, like what if you're right? What if they just did that on purpose? You know, so like it's.
What if they did it? What if they kept it vague?
Uh-huh.
So that they could be like, okay, we're gonna make Rhodey a scroll since Civil War, but keep the dialogue vague in case people don't fuck with it. And then they see that people don't fuck with it and be like, all right, let's scrap that. Let's just make him a scroll after Endgame.
Yeah.
Like it's like a safe, like you know what I mean? Like a thing where it's like, let's keep it vague so that we can go either direction.
And have you seen? Have you seen? Are people hating on it though?
There's it's split, bro.
Damn, it's split. How is it split though?
There's people hating, and then there's other people being like, "Oh my god, this scene in Infinity War hits different because he was a Skrull."
That's so stupid.
And it's like people justifying or like being like, "I don't know, man," but
it's fucking trash.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I don't get it, but it's very split, bro. I just hope they don't go that direction. I hope they actually make him a Skrull after.
Nah, I'm gonna pull a Walking Dead, bro.
How so?
When Rick Grimes left, I left. So if they confirm this, I'm leaving the MCU. Bro.
Damn.
All right, I'm gonna be real. Probably not, right? Just because it's
the MCU, bro. We're deep already into it, bro. I know people like friends from work who are like, yeah, man, like I gave up on the MCU, bro.
Damn.
Like, I literally just don't care anymore. I'm not watching any more shows.
That's how my brother is. Remember?
Yeah,
my brother's like he don't give a fuck no more. And
like I've met a lot of people who are like, yeah, man, I don't give a fuck. Blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, fuck. Man.
Why do you think we aren't like in that boat? Like, sure, we have our complaints. We talk about it. We like hate it. We're like, no, fuck you, whatever. But at the end of the day, I don't think like we're in that. We're not in that space where, nah, man, I'm giving up. Fuck this shit. I ain't watching no more. Why is that, bro? Why do you think that is?
I think it's a few things. Either we're just holding out for hope that it's gonna go and change into a direction that we'll like.
Yeah.
Because I mean, not everything has been bad. Like we've had the first season of Loki and Falcon and Winter Soldier and Shang-Chi, but like, you know, a lot of the other MCU stuff recently in Phase 4 and 5 have been kind of Yeah. So I don't know, man. I think the reason is because one, we're just in too deep, bro. I mean, 15 years of the MCU, like just to drop it would feel like, what the fuck? Yeah. You know what I mean? And I don't know, man. Like it's just one of those things. And I know those friends of mine, the ones that are like, I gave up on the MCU, like I'm not watching blah, blah, blah. I know that they're just not as invested in the MCU as they are.
Or like they're not really into like heroes like that.
Type shit. Like I have like one friend who said that he's completely given up on the MCU. And he's like, from now on, I'm going to just catch up with Star Wars shit.
Okay.
Like, so because he said that he grew up watching Star Wars movies and the Clone Wars and all that shit more than he did the MCU. So For him, it's easy to be like, man, I don't give a fuck about the MCU, but he gives a fuck about Star Wars because he grew up with that. For us, I feel like because we grew up with Marvel and DC, we hold out more hope for this shit.
Yeah, you're
than we do like other shit. That's just personally me, man.
Yeah, you're right, bro. They got to go back to the direction like Iron Man.
Dude, Iron Man, Hulk was fire. Iron Man 2 is okay.
Dude, I'm excited to rewatch Hulk, man. It's been a minute since I've seen this.
It's cool. From what I remember, that's the movie.
Isn't Abomination in this bitch?
He is, but he doesn't look like Abomination. Not like how he does now.
But he's bigger though, right? Like he's big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actually, fun fact: the Incredible Hulk is the MCU movie I've probably rewatched the least.
Oh, really?
So like, I think the last time I saw this movie was years ago.
Oh, wow.
Years. And I don't even remember that much about it. I remember big parts, but not a lot. So I would have to rewatch this movie to refresh my memory too. That we can skip. Who gives a fuck?
Gotcha. What, this?
This one shot bullshit.
Sorry, guys. We're just...
This is just nothing.
We're browsing the Marvel...
page of Disney Plus.
Yeah. So, like, dude, we're literally just chilling right now. I should probably just... Okay. All right, guys. Yeah. So, okay. So, you gave the rating on the episode.
I say 6.
Okay. So, what would be the overall... Okay. Well... Yeah, what would be the overall rating?
For the overall
I'm agree with you, by the way. I think a 6.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the overall rating, bro,
I was going to give it a 4 originally.
It's going to be tough, bro. Because the show has a lot of good stuff going on.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think this is our lowest rating episode.
Yeah.
Well, I see, at least for me. I think the last episode you gave it a 6 too?
I think so,
or 7?
maybe.
Because I think I gave it a 7. I can't remember. But yeah, this is definitely my lowest rated. So like if I were to do the whole average shit, it's gonna average out to like a 8. Because all majority of them were like 8s and 9,
right,
like
right.
8, 9s, whatever. But like, I don't know, man. I really liked the beginning of this episode of this show,
right?
But it just started declining, and then the last episode it just took a nosedive.
Yeah.
So like, no, man. I think
a part of me like it's just a bunch of stuff, bro. First of all, the first 3 episodes felt like setup. So
yes,
the show kind of had a slow start, but then episode 4 finally picked shit up, and we started going somewhere. The show I felt like was starting to pick up, and things were starting to start moving.
Yeah.
But I think what also nosedived it was that the last episode was the shortest, and because it was the shortest, that last boss fight between Gaia and Gravik didn't last as long, and you know, I felt like a bunch of shit felt rushed, and we didn't really feel a lot of like, you know what I mean? Just I don't know. I felt like the finale just felt rushed. Didn't have enough time to expand as much to the story and shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. I think those are the cons. The pros in this movie is almost every actor brings their A game.
Yep.
They all do a good job in this show. The dialogue is easily the strongest thing that this show's got going for. The dialogue, the way the show is written, the conversation between characters is on point. I think some of the tension and some of the spy espionage shit was also really, really good when it's not super overdone that you're like, all right, can we get things moving now? We're kind of taking too long, blah, blah, blah. But other than that, I just feel like there's a bunch of pros and cons that just average them out and stuff like that. So for me, it's kind of tough, man. And especially because I know this score could change if that Rhodey thing was confirmed.
Yeah, I think, bro, what I'm leaning to is because, like I said, I really did like the first 2 episodes a lot, even the beginning of the episode. And like I said, it did the first 3, like when the 3rd episode hit, yes, it felt build up, and then it got better, and then it just took a nosedive, like it was kind of underwhelming. I think I'm like leaning towards like a 7.
I was thinking about that too, a 7.
Like a 7. And like obviously once we get confirmation of Rhodey, this shit's a 0, man. I don't give a fuck, man.
Yeah, for real.
Or like, no, realistically speaking, probably 4.
I don't know, something
like that. But we got to find out, you know, if that's a thing. And when we do find out, whatever, like if we do have to change our score or whatever, we'll just I'll just comment that in our YouTube, on the YouTube video. I'll comment down below and be like, hey guys, like we changed our score or whatever because of this situation.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think, okay. So the episode, we both gave it a 6, and then the overall season, the overall show, I would say like a 7.
Yeah, it's just a 7.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of great things.
Yeah.
Like a lot of strengths.
But it's just like the ending. It's just
the ending didn't feel payoff. I felt like Talos dying could have been done better. Maria Hill's death could have been better. Gaia, I didn't really feel all that connected to.
Right.
I don't know.
All right. Well, yeah, guys. So that's going to be our review for the season finale of Secret Invasion. Let us know. I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys rate it? Did you guys feel the same way? Do you guys disagree? Let us know in the comments. And yeah, guys, thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.
See you.